I really, really so badly want to stop when I don't want my camera to shake. It drives me insane. I just need to wall mount it. I just need to wall mount it because it's like, oh, I just need to do it. I have the part too. I have the piece. I have the piece. What is wrong with me? I have it. I have it. Wait, where am I going? Oh, there I want to be. I want to be right here. I want to be up. Screw off. We'll do that. Woo, fuck. I didn't mean for it to be that big. Right, and then we'll go here. Beam bop. Go here. I think I go here. I'll just push that. See what kind of kickbots we get today, guys, shall we? All right. Hope everybody's having a fantastic week. It's been a long week. It's been a long week. Glad it's over. Yeah. It's time for the weekly podcast. Let's get to it. Gonna undeafen here and we'll join my buddy Joe over here. All right, I'm here.
All right.
Pulling up your stream so we can see the see that there wheel.
That whale. Just let me know when you see it.
Yep, spin away, spin away.
Oh, let's do it. So our first topic of the night. Ah, that AI boss. Let's go. Perfect.
Ooh, interesting.
All right. Oh, check that off. Just make sure it's off the wheel there. Okay. So many tabs this week.
Yeah. I don't think it's more
There
than
we go.
last week though. I don't think it's more than last week.
It's not now.
So this is this is actually kind of old news. Yeah, this came out in January, at the beginning of January. But I actually
So old, dude.
yeah, a month old, yeah. But I actually just came across this this last week because NVIDIA's Ace AI models are gonna start creating autonomous characters in games. But the one that really caught my eye was, if you scroll down the page a little bit, I believe it's right here. NVIDIA Ace powers first AI boss in Mir 5. I actually don't know what Mir 5 is. I assume it's a game. But
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
the unlike conventional scripted bosses, I assume the way this is going to work is the boss is going to be able to like analyze and adjust based off your moves. I don't know how much, forcing us to adapt. I was actually talking to a friend about this, right? And I told him about this, and I was like, dude, this is like a boss that you may just never be able to beat. Like, depending on how smart they allow this AI to be, and how like if
Adaptable.
they allow it to remember, this could just be a boss that you're never able to beat. I just thought it was kind of
sounds like the perfect next thing for God. If they want to introduce it into a game coming out, I can't remember what exactly it's called, but that the new Dark Souls roguelike, I guess it's like their multiplayer ish kind of game. This would be a perfect implementation for that, because those guys always want a challenge, hence they're playing that in the first place. Those bosses alone are going to be a challenge, but if they're always adapting, good God. Like, there's known players that just help you out because they're like, oh, I know the rhythm of this boss, like you just got to do it this way. But as soon as they know that, and just that one alteration of like, oh shit, I haven't seen that before, it's like, all right, you yourself have to adapt too, which some people are just gonna love the shit out of that.
Yeah, this could entirely change the way you play games. Like so like currently Elden Ring, you bring up like people like let me solo her that will come in and
Yep.
take care of the boss for you. With it, if this like became like implemented like more more widely, it won't be as easy. It won't be nearly as easy, and this is going to cause I don't know, man. It actually kind of scares me.
I think it'd be scarier in a I guess your terms of maybe a live service versus like a single player game, because then that's tailored towards you.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't imagine if it was more of a live service thing where it's like somebody out there is almost in a sense kind of screwing it up for the rest of the class because you got, you know, let me solo her kind of thing. You know, just going at it, and it's like, all right, at that point it comes like, that's your boss. Like you kind of almost, I don't know,
You
ruin
own
this
that
game
boss
for the rest of us.
Yeah,
like that's yours. You're the only one that could handle it. Unless it would be kind of cool. Again, I feel like it would have to be a live service or a big like MMO kind of thing or something where
oh wow.
it has multiple people. Solo that hoe, exactly. uh, um, but that way the AI kind of itself gets off guard.
Yeah, like overwhelmed.
There's got to be
almost
two pieces, but that would be kind of cool because I don't know. Then at that point, you kind of have that camaraderie where you're like, "Fuck this bot, let's get it."
we beat it. We beat it.
Let's get it. Yeah, and then
So
it's like, all right, let's not play it again because it probably memorized. It just remembered all our moves.
It knows how we took it
fresh
down
out.
last time.
Exactly.
And it's good. This so I was just kind of skimming through this. This is crazy. Mir 5's AI will evaluate the current loadout and setup of the humans it's currently facing compared to those past encounters and decide the best course of action to attain victory. That's just like insane. So it is going to be able to remember. It's going to remember things that it fought in the past. So I wonder how much this is going to vary based off difficulty. All right, so like again,
single player is fine. You can dial it, I feel like.
I don't know this game, so I don't know if there's going to be like, you know, easy, medium, hard, hardcore. But what are they going to do to the boss? Is it just going to be like dumb AI, little smarter, really smart?
I think at that point you put it in a box, if that makes sense. You put the logic itself
and then
into a box.
You allow it to open a door if it more difficulties you go up. Yeah, that makes sense.
In terms of AI, like basically from my understanding of what AI, neural networks, all this stuff is basically how many nodes of information are you allowing it to have to scrub through, and at that point you just put it in boxes of like, all right, you're allowed, let's say five boxes of information that you can memorize moves, all that other shit. And then you go to medium, you got 8, and then you go to extreme, die once kind of shit. And then you got
12.
15 where it's So I could see where they software lock it in terms of difficulty like that.
So with difficulty, you think it'll software lock memorization of encounters as well as like just difficulty of analyzation in a way to achieve victory?
I don't think you put it on a normal mode. That's the hard part though, because freaking what am I blanking on? The game we literally just talked about.
Oh, the Elder or the Dark Souls. Oh, Nemesis system.
Yeah, because that was across the board, no matter what.
Yep.
Well,
was it? It was on the captains. Yeah, on all the captains.
Yeah. So maybe they just do that. I don't know. But again, like you said, in terms of, I don't know if they treat it as like if you keep dying, because that system worked as if you kept dying, that would then upgrade, which
level.
I don't know, which is kind of weird now thinking back on it, because at that point you died already, so you technically maybe you've learned and you can beat it again, but now it's even harder. Whereas I kind of like the scaling a little bit better, because technically the AI, like it should know like, hey, I killed this person or whatever. Not, I don't have to be better just yet. So
I don't have to change anything just yet.
Yeah.
This is
like it's always gonna analyze the shit out of you, but
so this is a cool concept. But so that person I was talking to about it at work, they said they didn't like it because it felt cheap and easy. What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, well, cheap and easy on the game publisher's side. Like they're not
Oh
scripting moves, and instead of that, they're letting an AI just decide.
no, no,
I don't.
I
I'm
don't
not
think. I think it's easy at the end, but it's hard to build up to it. Does that make sense? Because
Mhm.
the AI has to learn from something. You
Well,
have
and
to tell the moves to do it.
exactly, and you have to show the AI the moves. It's not like we're putting ChatGPT in here, you know, or even them.
Yeah,
They wouldn't know how to do the moves. But on top of that,
yeah.
you also have to animate the moves, and you know, so you're making a script for the AI to then
But you're
change,
run wild.
modify.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't think it's not an easy mode.
no.
And he was talking strictly from the dev side. Is that what he's saying?
Yes, yes, yes. I
Yeah, if anything, I think you have to build it out further of all the possibilities of what you want it to
mhm,
potentially do,
mhm.
and then because then at that point it might because the more options you have, the more combos you have
Yep.
in those regards, and so
More
at that
variety
point,
it can create.
exactly, and then it could change up its patterns because of so many options now. So you still, I think the upfront work is actually probably a little bit more, I would say, more difficult, and
Strenuous.
then
Yeah.
at the end it tailors off to be easy, I guess per se,
Mhm.
but because then you don't have to do anything because you're like, yeah, we put it in there and the game does what it's supposed to do right now, like
I think
so.
this could create like awesome replayability though. Like if
Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
if it wasn't just one boss and it was implemented to multiple bosses and like
yeah.
eventually like an entire game, I think this could create like quite a bit of replayability.
And you were saying, so is this only for bosses, or is this also? I'm trying to read here in terms of, is this for NPCs in general?
Well, okay, for this specific instance is just this boss.
Okay,
hmm
interesting. Yeah, because that
but
is
they
a
are
move set.
so
Okay.
if you scroll up, you can see that they are implementing
What?
like Blade Point PC AI companion and like Naraka Blade Point AI companions, and PUBG introduces co-playable character. I'm not entirely, but the one that I was the most interested in was the boss. But
Yeah,
I do believe that they're going to implement it to more aspects of the game.
human AI players. PUBG, I almost see it being, especially being a battle royale. Is that just more of a there's bot lobbies, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Which, which at that point, I I
Should
don't know
help.
if, well, I guess Marvel Rivals has this whole thing where they keep you in that loop where it's like you're winning, then you get your ass kicked, blah blah blah, because of bot lobbies, all this other stuff.
Mhm.
But
Should help about
yeah, I
lobbies.
remember. Yeah, well, hell, if this is the AI in a sense, but it's gonna get better, then you're not gonna get those. Let's just say first round games where you get that victory royale. Because I know for a fact there was a can't remember top of my head what the name was called, but some of these games do this quite a bit where it's your very first time playing, it knows that, it throws you in a bot lobby, you get that
Yeah,
victory, and obviously it feels good, and it's like, all right, then tailor it from there. But
Fortnite does that.
oh, see, there you go.
hmm
Well, I guess yeah, that's I guess kind of what skill-based matchmaking is supposed to do, where if you tank, it kind of lowers it so you feel like you're constantly having fun, but
hmm
still, if AI, well, it might almost be easier for the AI. I'm be curious to see it on the back end. Like we don't have to, we have it scale so high, but players out there are just casual gamers galore, and it's down here.
Yeah. Oh man, I thought this was cool. I think it'd be cool to implement further. So, um, does it worry me? I'm not a very good gamer, so it does kind of worry me a little bit. But I mean, shit, I'm sure I'd eventually get past it.
I think it'd be fine. So I think the modeling is fine. I think where a lot of people have issues with the whole AI thing, for the most part, to my understanding, is
Graphics.
so the creation of a character. So for example, I know that Harrison Ford was on record, I think I want to say like this week or something like that, saying what's his name, like Troy Baker or something, that captured Indiana Jones in this latest game,
hmm
saying he did a great job and all this other stuff. So they're afraid of the character creation on that side of what they look like, and also the voice acting of it. Whereas in terms of the difficulty of it, I that that can be AI for all I care.
Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't matter.
No, because then at that point the dev can tweak it however they want to.
In fact, it
So
probably helps more than hurts.
yes, because I feel like if a developer can get something done faster, then why not? I still don't think it takes their job. Like they still have to code in
No,
all that
no, no,
stuff.
no. Yeah, they still have so much work to do on their end with just like
Yeah.
animating the moves and coding the moves and no, no, no. I don't see that. Because the only
Hell,
person this would take the job of, like this specific instance at least, would be the choreographer for that fight scene.
yeah.
And even then, the choreographer still gotta like take the player model, take the character model, and then figure out what that character model can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
feed it away. So yeah, I think this is cool though. I think it could be really cool.
I think it'll be it's interesting. I'd have to look up these games that it's suggesting. PUBG kind of is interesting. You'd almost think because when I hear bosses, I'm not thinking PUBG, but you would think Dark Souls ish or whatever, not or single player games in general. I guess your God of Wars, that kind of stuff, whatever, not. That would be kind of interesting to have its own um, difficulty level, or if it's that whole scalability thing where you just end up playing the game and it just scales to it notices you keep dying a lot, so it's like, all right, scale it down. All right, he's doing pretty good, scale it back up, so that way it's
Mhm,
always with
mhm.
you. But that'd be hard though at the same time, because then how do you get those trophies of
Yeah,
beating a game on the hardest difficulty? So
yeah,
but no, that's pretty dope nonetheless.
yeah.
They have besides those, they're just testing those out. CES, yeah. Okay, so introducing it. Well, I guess first introduced in 2023, it looks like. Okay,
Well,
so they've
I
been
think the
cooking on
concept
it for a
was,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just
I'd be
recently
curious to
that they've
know.
been starting
Go
implementing
for
it in games.
Yeah. I'd be curious to know, if any other games use it almost like as a marketing tactic in terms of maybe a game being so hard where it has this feature in it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Dope. Yeah, I'll be on the lookout for that though, for sure.
Yeah, I'll be excited to try it.
All right.
Spin
What
it.
I can't do is spin this wheel though. Yet.
I'm sure we can get it to do it.
Oh yeah. Just script something real quick. All right, let's switch to pricing. You heard it here, folks. Official 2 Switch price. Just kidding. All right.
So I
what
think
was
it's
our guess on record?
I think it was no more than 400.
I'll agree with that one.
This still holds true for me.
Okay.
'Cause after
So
reading,
basically,
go ahead.
let's see. I was gonna say, so basically switch to price considering affordability because of what do we got? Japan's economy for the most part. Yeah.
Mhm.
Japan's increased inflation rate has to consider the exchange rate, the environment itself, all that stuff. Plus the original Switch launching in 2017.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think they take even a bigger loss because of the Japanese economy not being in the greatest spot as where they would want it to be, I guess, in order to get possibly a higher price tag on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and reading through this article, it definitely sounds like they know what we expect from Nintendo and its pricing, which they should.
Or at least, that's what we should expect in a sense. We shouldn't. I don't see Nintendo throwing. Have they ever thrown? I don't think they've ever thrown a hard, curveball kind of thing in terms of like the PS3 and the Xbox One ever did.
Was the Wii U a curveball? How much was that?
I think so, because everyone had that console because it was like what, $250?
I think it was pretty cheap, wasn't it?
Yeah. Let's see here. Also, they're talking about how they're gonna deal with freaking, I guess.
Oh, it's $300.
Bots for the most part. It was 300. Okay.
Yeah, it's $300. My thought would have been that would have been the only console that kind of was a curveball because it wasn't a very good console. It was kind of ass.
Well, not the so the Wii U, you mean?
Is that not what I said?
Oh, I thought you said the Wii.
Oh,
Sorry.
totally meant no, totally meant Wii U. That it was $300 when it launched.
See, it was such ass.
garbage.
You confused it.
The Wii was awesome. I have like
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah. So, if
Um,
anything, I don't see this being above 4.
No, and like I think they stated it here too. Uh our customers expect the affordability that our customers expect from Nintendo products. So it really makes me think that they're going to be like very price conscious when they price this, because they know that if they don't price it correctly, the moms out there and the dads out there won't buy it for their kids.
Yes, and not only that, but I feel like Nintendo, they kind of, which is good. They believe in their product, so at the same time, they don't put stuff on sale. So
Nope.
I feel like if you believe in it hard enough and you don't need to, then you shouldn't have to.
Fucking go for it.
Kind of
I
thing.
mean, their Switch kind of doesn't go on sale, actually. They just add a game for holidays.
True. But yeah, this will be interesting. We'll definitely know more. What do we got? April 2nd? I can't remember if
Yep.
they have an exact time frame per se, but they did confirm April 2nd
And-
to find out details. They didn't say what, obviously, but
All right. Their comments, Carlo MD or DM says, my bet 349 or 399 euro.
oh, both of them being euro?
Yeah. So what is that USD?
Well, yeah, what's that USD then?
349, 399 euro. Are you pulling it up?
Oh, no, not yet. I'm just making an adjustment here real quick.
Euro
Because
to
not only
USD.
that, but what I'm also thinking is,
Wow.
if that's the case, what does this? Because they did report saying that
360 bucks for 349.
USD.
Yeah, 360 bucks. I guess
In a
the
weird
euro's
way,
worth
don't-
more than the dollar.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, I'm so, hence being biased, obviously, whatever. Not, I feel like they always price stuff USD and then they go from there. But
They do. We have the largest
Interesting.
market.
I was gonna say because a 360 doesn't roll off the tongue in terms of a nine. I can
No.
see the 399,
349.99.
Yeah, because that makes it sound like you're getting it better than 350. I don't know. I'd be curious. Do they stop selling the normal Switch? They kind of already are, because
Not the
they
OLED.
even had not the OLED. I don't think, but in terms of the OG one, because even their sales are down. And granted, they don't want to state it's because of the Switch 2 on the horizon, but
But it definitely is.
it's definitely How is it not? So
I think they do start. I think they do stop selling the OG Switch, and they only sell the OLED and this.
not the light.
Oh,
Yeah, I would
Interesting.
say that's. I just thought about that. I was like, they have one that technically doesn't have the Joy-Con capabilities. What is that one right now? 3 something? Is that 351 as well?
The light?
Or is that 3? Yeah, how much is the light?
I don't know. I have 2 of them too.
They got to be. I'm taking.
I wanna say it's 250.
I was just saying, I want to say 250, but that almost sounds too cheap. But then again, you don't
Uh,
have all the Joy-Con tech. for the
Oh,
most part.
dude, what the? 188, 200 bucks.
200 right now.
200 on Amazon right now.
Holy shit. And it being backwards compatible. Okay, so they have
think
to
they-
to tailor this
Mm.
then.
I think they keep that around
So,
too,
I think they do.
or they
so
make an
you go-
upgraded OLED model.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
they could. I'm trying to think what your ladder is here, because every company wants you to climb some form of a ladder in terms of pricing strategy.
Xbox Series S, Series X,
Yeah,
PlayStation Digital, PlayStation Disc.
which
Well,
is hilarious because a lot of people just bought the disc version anyway, even though the other one was $100 difference. But whatever.
and most of their games are digital anyway.
I know. Let's see.
It would probably
You said that
go.
was
It would probably go
200.
the light, the OLED, the new Switch. So
So
200.
400 top.
Yeah, 200,
You go 100.
$49.99, 400. Or they lower the price to the OLED when this dropped to 300 and they released us at
Yeah.
400.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to lower the price to the OLED though.
If they get rid of the normal Switch, I could see them doing it.
Yeah. What do they
I mean, I
take
could see
away?
$100 difference.
What do they take away to save that $50 though?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because of it being backwards compatible,
Mm-hmm.
which coming, from I'm trying to think from a kid's perspective, Nintendo's not going to hold back unless here's what I could see that Nintendo might do this. Just because something's backwards compatible doesn't mean it comes with all the features, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Based on hardware. So just looking at this Mario
Like
game,
you may be
with
missing a
it,
dock or
well,
is that
not
what you
well.
mean?
There's that. I'm saying so like Mario. It can be up to 24 players, at least based on the trailer that everyone nitpicked.
Mhm.
24 players online on
Mhm.
Switch 2.
Mhm.
But on the first gen Switch, it's I don't know, up to it's lower. I don't know if they could do that per se, but
I see what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just because different hardware formats maybe can do obviously, handle stuff differently.
Mm-hmm.
So
that makes sense.
like
Because almost like a region lock, but a console lock.
yeah, like
Mhm.
software of a degree, just because I feel like that is a decent jump. But then again, when I think about it, I also have to remember that these jumps aren't like Switch 2 is not matching an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5. It's matching PS4. It's matching an Xbox One.
Yes.
So maybe the features are going to be there fully, and that could just be totally wrong. So
that's interesting. That's an interesting thought.
because
That's not the first
especially for a
time.
Mario game.
Well, no, I think that's not the first time they've like console locked something, is it? If they were to do that, I feel like
I don't
they
think
have.
so. I'm just trying to think of their incentive to be like, you should get this one instead over hanging on to your current Switch.
Well, okay, so your example of the Mario Kart, I'm not sure that Mario Kart's going to go on the old Switch. The new one?
Well, a lot of people are saying that the reason why something might not be backwards compatible per se was because of something like the how the Joy-Cons are. So these new ones, they have that like magnetic or whatever dock in the middle of them, whereas the old ones they slide onto something. So like if someone bought Joy-Con Fit or whatever it was called for the Switch, that's not going to work on your Switch 2 because the Joy-Cons don't work.
Yeah. For the attachments and such.
Yeah, so it's more of a hardware limitation versus a software thing.
Backwards compatible. I thought I was under the impression that there will be Switch 2 exclusive games. I thought backwards compatible was Switch 2 can just play Switch games, but not Switch can play Switch 2 games.
Ooh, that is a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, because I don't know. I would assume, they would market it with the Switch 2 label on there.
Mm-hmm.
Then, okay. You can always play backwards, but you can't play forward. That makes sense.
Sure. That would be super interesting if they just treated the Switch, though, like the Series S. And where it would get everything, but some things it will just do asked. It'll be asked.
Maybe that's Nintendo's software lock right there. Is the game runs like shit. Like your game runs like shit. Here's a reason to upgrade.
It'll just be garbage,
Yeah, I'm thinking of that because the whatever latest Zelda game, they're gonna sell however many they sold on the Switch last year, whenever it came out, kind of thing.
Yeah,
like they're gonna flip that. They're just gonna flip that.
Easy.
Graphics update, this and that. It's not even. I really hope they don't even call it a remaster. They're basically just gonna treat it like GTA 5, where it's like, all right, it's on this new hardware now. You can buy it. So it's like, here you go.
Skyrim, like,
yeah. Which supposedly it was funny. I was scrolling through some articles and 2K, so like developer of like GTA and all this other stuff, is like, oh yeah, we'd love to have our games on the Switch and this and that. And it's like, bro, if anything, you would not be getting GTA 6.
You
I would
get
hardly.
Skyrim.
It'd be like you'd be getting GTA 5, especially if this thing is gonna be trying to match an Xbox One / PS4.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, you ain't getting GTA 6.
Yeah,
Obviously, any CEO is gonna be like, yeah, I would love to put our stuff on there. Yeah, you would, because it's fucking money in your pockets.
They wouldn't get Red Dead 2 either. They'd get Red Dead.
Oh yeah. Not the remastered either. The OG.
No. They would get the one that had like the kind of cool zombies mode in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yep.
Yeah, that was actually kind of cool.
But yeah, I'm when do you think we hear pricing? I don't know if we
I think
do we hear it on April 2nd?
Yeah, I think so. Because Nintendo is really good at like not fessing up to anything, not announcing anything until they're very close to ready to release it. So I do think we hear the price on April 2nd. Because they're like they're very tight-lipped until they're like, okay, yep, we're ready to go. And then yeah. So I think we'll hear the pricing April 2nd and it'll be a June launch.
I don't think it'll be June. I think it'll be because it's got to be after whenever their, I guess, tour dates are, if that makes sense.
That's a good point.
Because they're gonna have that tour date, build up hype, and then I'm thinking whatever's after that, because they're hitting that holiday window. Because I think
you're thinking like September, then September, October, probably.
Yeah. Oh, your kids are back in school. Here, this will.
I forgot about the tour thing.
This will keep them occupied. Homework.
Yeah.
Middle finger to homework.
Here you go. Switch.
The only thing that can compete in a weird way with GTA 6 would be the Switch 2 releasing within the same like month. That's about
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So, that is about it. But yeah, I'm 100% with you though in terms of $400 and then the pricing tier going down from there. I don't see it being the good old $399, but I don't see it being above 400.
So do you think do you think with this generation of Switch, they're going to take some like potential advice they heard from the first generation of Switch and make it so I think this is a failure of the design of the first generation Switch, why they couldn't do this. But there was always this idea of the dock being able to make the Switch more powerful. Do you think they're going to take that into consideration, or do you think they did take that into consideration when designing this one? Like, hey, eventually we can get a dock that has some sort of built-in GPU that can then power the Switch to play at 4K or like, higher refresh rates and such.
See, that one's hard because I think they're more focused on the Switch itself, which is as good of an idea as that is. I feel like they're just using this as like their like Samsung Dex kind of system. Because I don't, besides it charging it per se, I don't think it gives it, even with it directly plugged in, I don't think it gives it a boost in performance.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But like designing a future dock, like they release the Switch and then 3 years later they're like, okay, now we have this new dock that can like make, or it has increased processing power built into it that will then increase your ability to play at higher resolutions or higher frame rates.
All right, Nintendo, don't patent this, even though you probably already got it in the works. So I think they're really focused on the portability of it. So I feel like their bread and butter is definitely going to be the screen. Basically, that's what it is, the screen. But if they were to ever do a dock that helps it just a little bit for a certain game, maybe, or something like that, just boosts it for
kind of like N64 with that Donkey Kong game.
And that is why, my friend, you're gonna be calling this the expansion dock.
I fucking love it. We were thinking the same thing.
Exactly. So you call it the expansion dock, it boosts its frames just a little bit more. You can welcome
and you
to
play at 4K fluidly
remastered. Yeah.
Oh, dude. So I think
if they do it, they do that.
I think it's a really cool idea. I've heard it a lot, but I don't know that I see Nintendo doing that, just mainly because like I think that would not be budget friendly. And like their target is budget
True, true.
friendly. You know what I mean? I think it'd be super cool though. Like overall, like that's something I could more see like Sony or Xbox doing. Like having a plug-in external GPU because, you know, their consoles are fucking 600, 7 or whatever the fuck dollars.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because these again are geared towards, you know, hence a
Kids.
$400 max price tag. Yeah, so
Mhm.
it'd be kids.
I think it'd be
But-
super fucking cool though. It'd be super cool.
Yeah, I will say with it being the color that it is, though, I feel like this just leads to them having some decent custom ones for Mario, your Zeldas, because I'm assuming with even a new version of Zelda, since it's just going to be, I would assume, a graphical upgrade. I could see them easily porting a skin onto the new one.
I actually love the colors. It looks very clean.
It does.
The subtle color around the joysticks and such.
Yeah, so the nod to the OG one without making it. I never felt like I was like, oh, you're playing a kid's toy based on the color of it, but it's just like I could see some people being,
Oh yeah.
I guess, weirded out by that. That's just
Mm-hmm.
them though. So
I shell swap mine into like a see-through green.
I was gonna say, I feel like Nintendo they're the ones missing out on, in a weird way. I feel like they're missing out on their own nostalgia, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. The atomic purples and the I don't know all the names of all of them, but that one is like super nostalgic. The see-through purple, like come on.
See-through purples. You could go through all your Game Boy colored colors.
Oh, the ice blue N64 controllers that they had. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Like the dark yeah.
You could do typically your your obvious GameCube purple. You could go Super Nintendo and then just the Nintendo NES basically. So like your red and blacks with that off gray basically, old school gray. There's so many things that they could just eat into these nostalgia markets with.
Yeah, kind of like PlayStation just did with their 20th anniversary of PlayStation, right? Didn't they release like a special didn't they release like a special PS5 that was like PS1 themed? Yeah.
Yeah, so they do that. I feel like they only do it with the PS1.
Yeah.
They do it with that. They do it with the console because they have the gray plates for it. And then they typically do a controller with it. But yeah,
Dude.
Nintendo I think they're just allowing for some reason the third parties are hitting these nostalgia markets and they're just missing out on that.
Highly hardcore missing out. That's a big chunk of money right there. Dude, I got to tell you real quick, side note.
Yeah.
So we talked about it last week. This new NVIDIA broadcast sucks. Oh my God. I forgot it was still turned on from last week. It's picking up me hitting my vape now. It never picked that up before.
Interesting. So they screwed up okay.
They made this way worse.
Which leads me to, because we'll just segue right to it, and I don't need to spin the wheel for it. We'll go to.
Is this something I should pop on your stream for?
You're good. I don't have anything open. I can show you the usage of it, but we're gonna talk about the Elgato Wavelink 2 software that they just released. So a little background on this. So originally, I have the Wave 1, and anytime I plugged it into the Wavelink software, for some reason, every so often, knock on wood right now, I've been testing it for a few streams at this point, this 2.0 shit, and it's been golden. But the old one would somehow, I would say it'd be let's just say it's a crash. I don't know if it was with OBS while it was live, if it was the software itself, whatever or not, but it would then just have a piercing sound on the listener's end. And I was like, dude, I can't be doing that. Because it would, not only that, it would shut my mic off. I'd have to redo the source in OBS, this and that, and it was just a pain in the ass. So then that's when I went over to steelseries.gg because it
Sonar.
basically, so Sonar gives you Wavelink within itself. for any mic, whether it be XLR, USB plug-in, which is fantastic. Elgato could do the same thing if they really wanted to. But this software works with obviously Elgato mics, Wave 1, Neo, which is their $99 one, Wave 1 if you happen to get one that's older. And then their Stream Deck Plus, which allows you to plug in any XLR mic, and then you could then use the Wavelink software right here. The biggest thing I do like about this, though, is I don't have any EQs on this or anything like that. The only thing I have going on right now in this software, for the most part, is it's their new thing, basically like NVIDIA Broadcast. It's called Voice Focus. I have it set to about 90, so it's not too crushing on the voice, but I don't know if you'll be able to hear the background of when I turn this off. Just let me know if you can.
Hold on. I'm going to pause my music.
Okay, so right now, as I'm talking...
Oh, I hear it.
Yeah, you got the background, like that buzz, that faint buzz and whatever not going on. Just
it focuses your voice.
Yeah, fan noises, anything like that. So then once I turn this back on, then we're crystal clear. So we're good to go.
It's insane the difference.
Too much either. Yeah. And it's been phenomenal these past few streams, anything like that. Super easy to use. So definitely, yeah, highly recommend if you have a Wave mic or the Neo or hell, even the Stream Deck Plus with an XLR cable. Check out this software for sure. It was very easy to route and all that good stuff. And the voice focus alone is phenomenal. So NVIDIA, I don't know why you screwed it up, but I wonder if you could backtrack that update in a sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna look and see if I can get. Well, actually, you know, I'm just gonna switch back to Sonar. The only reason I swapped initially was to try it. So.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, it's so dumb. They made it so much worse. It's
Which
crazy.
is so weird, yeah. Because I even tried it before. I think this came out like a few days ago, basically. Because I was like, God, I want to get dialing my stuff because sound wise, I could never get a dial. I'd still hear the humming or the voice was too loud. Like the gain, for some reason, it's so weird. You can only change the gain on this mic for the most part through the Wavelink software. And so I feel like it was like just hard locked at max all the time. So it was like voice would just sound so off to me. And I was like, all right, I got to fix this. So luckily, software side, they pushed that update out, which is super helpful on that. But yeah, in terms of, I don't know, I feel like this mic, I still think I have it. I'd have to look for it. But I did have like a $35 Fine mic when I first was rocking and rolling with the whole YouTube stream thing, whatever not. And honestly, I feel like you can get away with quite a few mics that are pretty cheap nowadays, and you don't have to. As nice as the Shure
SM7B, 7B,
as nice as those things are. Don't get me wrong. It's like I don't think a majority of people, I guess, need that or whatever not. But hell, if you can afford it, then be my guest.
So. Real quick, what's up, Kenobi? Congratulations on graduating. I will be playing games tomorrow, so if you tune in tomorrow, I will be playing games tomorrow. Man. And you fly home tomorrow morning. Oh, you graduated top of your class? That's hype. Congrats, man.
One of these, dude. One of these flexing.
Another question: how much do you think my mic was?
Because that one's fee-fine, correct?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember how much that was. I'm just gonna shoot 80.
It was $49.99.
There you go. Good. And that's a because I guess the only difference I would say in suggestion wise in terms of a mic is so the mic I have versus the one you have is actually different.
I have a dynamic
pickups. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yours is if something's right in front, it's getting that, whereas if you're snapping over here, it shouldn't get that unless you're on NVIDIA Broadcast, you son of a bitch.
Well, actually, it still doesn't get it. But the reason that I had to get a dynamic mic because I had major issues with condenser mics, and the reason we had to go dynamic is because my wife streams literally right behind me, so we both had like really nice, really nice, but expensive. We had the HyperX
HyperCast.
Yeah, the HyperX HyperCast mics, and we both had one. She had a white one, and I had a black one, and they would just constantly be picking each other up. So we went dynamic, and now we don't have that issue.
There you go.
But you have to be
basically
like
works for
eating
shotgun.
your fucking mic. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What they say, like a palm or something away or whatever. Not
Hmm.
yeah. Because even with the hyper, because the correct me if I'm wrong on that, didn't they have a knob to switch it a little bit in terms of where it was picking up?
Yes. Yes.
But
There's a
it's not the same as a direct. Yeah.
no. Because
Okay.
so like on the hyper, this would be the front, right? And it would
Yeah.
pick up its pickup patterns where like it could either pick up all around the back, right in the front, or everywhere.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the front V that it would pick up in was still so wide the further back you went that it just
Yeah.
it didn't really do much. It kind of was trash. I don't recommend those mics, by the way.
And correct me if I'm wrong. What are we looking at? 150 for those at
Dude,
least.
My wife's
More?
is 200.
There we go.
Yeah.
See, that's always the it gotta make you feel good in a sense when you're getting this, $49.99 mic.
Like, how do I
and
sound right now?
it's
Do I sound
not
pretty good?
yeah, sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and it's just like you're almost feeling like you're getting away with something because
Yeah.
it's like, dude, this thing's fucking
Robbing the
50
liquor
bucks.
store.
Yeah, and then all these, YouTubers, whatever, and all they're like, "Oh, bro, get this, Elgato shit or this and that for anything above 100, you'll be fine because audio is more important than video." Which, don't get me wrong, I agree, but at the same time, I don't think you need to be spending $100+ for
No.
said audio.
No.
You got people making TikToks and shorts with a goddamn wired, headphone mic.
Yep. Holding the fucking headphone to their it's like, come on.
Yeah,
Man.
they're like,
It sounds pretty good too, honestly.
And it sounds fantastic. It
Yeah.
sounds fantastic. I'm just like,
I did go I don't know. I did go XLR.
oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did notice a change because I used to use this as USB, but I did notice a change when I went from USB to XLR, and I have a mixer over here now.
Okay.
It did isolate things a little bit more. It was already pretty isolated, but it just sounded more
Clear?
real. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So not compressed through USB or anything like that. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Dope.
full.
Yeah.
Full is a good word for it too.
Oh, there you go. Broadcasty or whatever, and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, so I guess in that case, yeah, we both highly recommend Feefine if you're looking for a mic to get started with.
Oh, dude,
So.
great mic. I actually look at mics frequently, and I'm like, I still like my mic.
Correct me if I'm wrong too. Does that only work on PC or does that work on both? Because I remember when I got mine, you could plug in at least the USB side of it. You could plug into like a PlayStation 4.
I believe you can plug into a PlayStation 4.
Yeah, so you could at least do your friends a solid and be sounding extra crispy over there while they're talking through a sock. But that good old McDonald's mic.
Let me see real quick.
Oh, you're on their website or something?
$54.99 now. This is AMA.
They usually they hit pretty well on your typical Black Fridays and whatnot.
USB PC gaming mic. Yeah, so I don't see it for
console.
Oh wait, it is suggested to connect the mic to a USB-A port of the back of PS5 console. PS5 console.
There you go.
There you go.
Cool. You sounded real good. Real good. Did it come with a like a tripod-ish kind of stand or something? Or would you have to buy that?
So the bundle I bought came with an arm. Did it come with a
gotcha. Okay.
Did it come with a stand? Yes, it did. It was like a round base.
Yeah.
And then it mounted to this hanger here.
Like so.
Yes.
Okay.
Man, I should have sent you a freaking boom arm. I have another one in the closet.
The only thing that sucks is boom arms require, I don't know, 2-inch gap or whatever. Not the way this desk sits is that there's not a deep enough, let's say, lip for an arm, which. So.
I see.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But hence the extension rods.
Yep.
Get up there, because like you said, the biggest thing is to make sure you're actually talking into the mic, and it's not over here or something like that. But yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. Spin that wheel.
Yeah, spin it.
Oh, what are we getting? What are we getting? What are we getting? Battlefield Labs.
Oh, okay, okay. I actually don't know much about this. I did watch the video. At first,
Perfect.
when I first read it, I was like, "Is this just like Forge for Battlefield?"
Let's see. We'll have no volume in the background here. We'll just let it play in the back as we talk.
That last in
My biggest thing with this,
your squad
and
going together, trying to
well, I guess the franchise in general. How about that? Is that technically somehow if this goes wrong, are we the ones to blame?
Uh, yeah, probably.
because at this point with Battlefield Labs, what it basically is Battlefield's version of early access.
Mm-hmm.
Is the vibes I'm kind of getting with it. I signed up for it. I don't know. The hard part with that kind of stuff is that depending on the publisher, some let you stream it, some don't, because they don't want that stuff out in the wild just yet. But
I think Battlefield will let you stream it, but
I think they would too.
mhm.
With it being
They need good publicity, honestly.
they do. And with it being that's the hard part though, because with it being this early access in a sense, like you gotta hope that people don't, that might be someone's maybe first impression, even though someone, on YouTube or whatever not says, yo, this is early
Super
access.
duper early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like we just running around in here, just shooting shit.
We're just
like,
fucking around, checking physics.
Yeah, my standards bar is down here right now, whereas 1.0 release should be up here or something like that. But the thing I'm actually excited for the most out of it, despite it being early access, because I don't think we get fully released games for the most part anymore, is the head person in charge of Battlefield. At least, granted, they're split up in like 4 studios, in charge of at least one of the studios, and kind of overseeing Battlefield itself is we got Vince Sempel or whatever, and he was the OG off Infinity Ward, so Modern Warfare 2, the OG one on that. Obviously, Respawn, which made Titanfall, spun off all that stuff into Apex, all that stuff. But I think
Actually,
Apex
didn't know that.
Yeah, I think Apex was, and I want to say almost Titanfall was released maybe before he was gone. I want to say, but he's got FPS background. How about that? So I have
So that's
faith
good.
in what he's doing there. The funny thing is, have you seen gameplay of the finals at all or anything like that?
The
That
finals.
game?
Did you play it?
I did briefly. Yeah.
I think I saw you play it briefly.
Let me see if I
If
can
you streamed
find
it.
a trailer. Finals gameplay. Or I guess trailer. Because it has like a similar, and for me at least, it has a similar destruction vibe. And I kind of, which makes sense because it's off of OG Battlefield developers. And so I think what they're going to do, which would be kind of cool because the finals had quite a few things that could be just destroyed. You see a floor above you, below you, whatever.
Oh, I
not a
watched
wall.
Shroud play this actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like there's even a character in a sense where heavy, you take his hammer and you could basically bust down any wall. Trains this sort of thing, which if they implement anywhere near this level of destructibility, I think Battlefield's in for a good time.
Which I feel like Battlefield used to be known for how much destruction they have. I think they still kind of are, aren't they?
Not as much, no.
Do you remember Battlefield Bad Company? You could drive right through the fucking houses.
Yep, and that is the one. That's the one I feel like a lot of people will go back to, Battlefield 3 and whatnot in terms of their nostalgia for it. But yeah, in terms of destructibility, I feel like a lot of people always go back to Bad Company. And that's why I'm hoping with the finals being out, all that sort of thing, they've kind of seen what those old Battlefield devs, have done with the game and how destructible a game can still be. And hopefully they just implement it with Battlefield, game modes in the skin of more, war based than I don't know, your goofing off kind of finals kind of game.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that'd be sick because Battlefield's kind of got a bad name right now.
oh yeah, especially with the 2042 was rough.
What was the last good Battlefield? I think it was the last one I played was like Battlefield 1 or some shit.
One, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll agree. I'll agree with that one just because of the gun mechanics felt good.
Dude, and that felt so fun
Maps
to play
were
with all your friends. Oh my god.
oh
We were
yeah,
all playing it. That was
maps
so fun.
maps were dope still. I feel like 2042 just had that. It was too big for its own good, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Battlefield
So
1 already felt like massive enough.
mhm.
Like, dude, like how many players were on a map? Was it like 80?
I think 120.
120?
Something up there. Yeah.
I remember it was like squadrons of 20, right?
Let's see. Battlefield 1.
Yeah. Because there was like multiple squadrons
Uh,
and on your team, and I think there was like 5 of them or 4 of them. I can't remember exactly.
that's for that. Battlefield 1's can support up to 64 players. That's where I'm thinking 24 too. I think
Oh,
they amped it up
dude.
to the one somethings.
It felt so
But
much bigger than that though, just with all the bombs going off and shit. It felt
yeah,
huge.
because I think rumor has it at least that this new one that they're working on, the Battlefield Labs, whatever they're going to eventually call this, is kind of
Hmm.
coming back to that 64 because of
Nice.
what was that? I'm trying to
That's
think
what
what that
Halo
mode
needs to
was.
go to.
It's not domination, but it was like that tug of war, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
Wasn't
you'd
that
have
the
to
one
keep
where
going back and forth.
you'd capture territories and then you need to hold like X amount for so long and then the bar would slide? Yeah. Dude, I would
Yeah.
load that game up and play it now. That was fun.
I don't even know. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I wonder what the price would be. I guess I could look real quick. Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any deal.com?
I don't have Steam open. Wait. Is this a
Battlefield 1.
real site?
Well,
Bro,
store
Tech Tip.
$1.39. Is that what you're looking at?
No, Tech Tip. Is there a deal.com?
Yeah.
This is a huge Tech Tip.
Dude, it's my go-to. You want to talk about being cheap on mics or anything like that? Is there deal.com? Put in your game. You'll see when it was the lowest, if it's currently the lowest, and where to get it from. Because typically, if you're on PC or whatever, not you can transfer it to Steam or whatever you need to. So
This is
definitely,
wild.
definitely check it out.
This is cool as shit. This is a major tech tip for anybody on PC, guys.
Oh yeah. You want to save that money? Save that money.
Let's just see. Let's just type it in. Let's just see. And this just scours like the internet?
Yeah, it's just it's just basically a browser for where the hell it can find the cheapest game.
Does it tell
Or
you
the
exactly
cheapest version of it.
where?
EA Store right now, $1.39.
$1.99 Steam low. Oh, wow. This is cool. This is super cool. Okay, cool. Well, that's good to know. I just added that to
We
my
trying to play Battlefield
favorites.
1 tomorrow?
I wonder if I can get my wife to do it. Oh, you know what? We could play that
Dude, you can, I'm sorry,
beforehand.
but you can play any game if there's a squad, just saying.
That is true.
Did you
is
say
true.
it was $1.99 on Steam right now?
No. Life is Strange 2 was
Oh,
I just
sorry.
I just typed in another game. Battlefield 1 is $1.99 on Steam right now. From $39.99. It is $1.99. Okay.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'll buy it for you.
Oh, I was like,
I got you. Don't worry about it. Oh boy, that is so cool.
how much is your meal? 50 cents. Dog, I got your meal.
I
dog,
got you, fam. Don't worry about it. Oh.
I don't know whether to feel like thankful or like I can't afford 50 cents. I don't get it. Or offended.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm lightheaded now. There you go.
Love it. Oh, thanks, dog.
Oh man.
Does it tell you? I would hope it would. The show, yeah, because Steam would let you know when a friend has played a game, so it would then prevent you from
$2.15.
buying something.
That's $2
Whopping
menu
total
items.
No, good lord. Welcome to
Well,
the
actually,
value
dollar
menu of
menu doesn't
Steam.
even exist anymore.
I know, dude. Just on a random tangent right now, but like, went to Taco Bell a few days ago. Let's say a week or whatever. Not.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell happened to the $5 box? They got these like tiers now. It's like 5,
Mhm.
7, 9. I'm like, stop it. You guys are creeping up to this $10 shit. I'm like, good God.
For Taco Bell too.
I'm like, God damn it. It's like the whole freaking Subway thing, like $6 footlongs or whatever it is. And now I'm like, oh God, people think that's a deal. They used to be 5 back in my day.
Not too long ago, didn't they get hit with a lawsuit because their footlongs weren't really footlongs?
Oh, there's a bunch of shit. Yeah. It's funny with all that stuff though. $2
Yeah.
though, 2 something and change for
Yeah,
Battlefield 1.
Did you get that?
Let me verify. Yeah, this won't really dox anything.
No,
You
no,
received the
no.
gift. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'll claim
215.
that shit.
Shit.
All because we were talking about it. Look at that. Fucking sold.
Yeah, seriously. That is crazy. There's like an EA, okay, for anybody that's on computer, there is like an EA sale going on right now. I don't know what else is on sale, but I did see that was why it was on
I
sale.
got Mint over here saying in the UK they're actually bigger than a foot long. Of course they would do that for Subway over there. Those bastards. What are they, like 7?
Wait, what'd you say? Sorry, I missed that.
Oh, I got Mint over here in chat saying that in the UK the Subway is actually bigger than a foot long over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, UK, it's got like better quality food overall.
Yeah, it's probably not shoved with plastics and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, spin that
Maybe-
wheel.
Spin that wheel for what
Spin
other
it.
game we're gonna buy? Okay, cool.
I know, right? What you
No.
playing tomorrow? Actually, I'm not sure what I'm playing tomorrow. So my
We're playing
wife.
Battlefield 1, thanks. Just kidding.
Well, I actually probably might play a little bit of Battlefield 1 before, but my wife set up game night with my sister and her other half. So we'll be playing whatever she feels like playing. She's had a long week, so.
Oh, dude, yeah, game it out. Get that mind off whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of getting it off whatever, spin that wheel.
Did you take Battlefield Labs off? You did not.
Oh shit! Good catch. Before it stopped. Respin.
Mulligan.
Didn't
Mulligan. Ooh, this is hype. Oh.
There you
Either
go.
one. Yeah. Okay.
This is hot. Ooh.
I mean, the other one's cool too, but hold on.
Can we put
close that.
Unreal Engine 5 is shit crash out on the wheel? We can talk about it if you want right now. I don't. Yeah. Chat suggestions are always welcome. Just saying. And then you'll have to give your own context in terms of your crashing. I'm assuming it's in terms of
Yeah.
wilds over there. But yeah, as you're doing that, as you're typing your book and whatever not, we'll go over this Framework of laptop.
So for the people that don't know what Framework is, here I'm gonna
explain it.
I'm gonna pull up the website.
Explain it to
real
the
quick.
scrub.
So
I'm just basing it off of you bring in all the, is it like what project, what was it, Aria or whatever it's supposed to be?
Yes, it is Project Aura.
Aria, my bad.
Project Aura, which also, if you don't know what that was, it was a modular smartphone. Now
By Google/Motorola, RIP. God damn it.
Yeah, I know. Rest in peace. So the Framework laptop is actually just a DIY laptop. So you can pretty much, it is an upgradable DIY. Just wanted to check in. Got a flight early tomorrow. See you around. All right. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully you'll stop by.
Safe
and
travels.
Yeah. Planes are scary right now, dude. Anyway. So yeah, basically you can buy all the parts for your laptop and you can build it yourself. So I'm on their website right now. We're going to go to, we'll go to shop all. And if you scroll through, they have the chassis, just the bare chassis that you can buy. And then you can buy whatever version of mainboard that you want that will fit in your chassis. So right here for the laptop 13, you have some Intel series boards. You have Intel series with a Cooler Master cooler on it. And then if you scroll down a little bit, you'll have some AMD series boards. And basically, every time they make a new chipset or release a new processor, they just make a new main board that you can then put into your
Plug
chassis that
into.
you already have.
Sick.
Yep. And then that old main board, it doesn't just go to the garbage. They sell another case that you can actually slap that into and use it as like a PC on your desk, and it just turns it into a basic PC at that point.
Dope.
So their mission is to cut down on electronic waste. And it's kind of like, it's a given, you know, a person that has a laptop, they'll eventually upgrade their laptop. So their old laptop will get recycled. A lot of components will just get thrown away because they're outdated. Keyboard's super dirty, you know. But with this, wow, that was weird. But with this, all of that stuff is reused. You reuse your old keyboard that was on it. You reuse your old touchpad. You just swap out the main board. Or if you want an upgraded battery, you buy the battery and you swap in the new battery. Repairability and reusability is extremely high with Framework. Now, they're very expensive.
Okay.
That's why
there's a given cost. Yeah.
Yep. That's why this is actually so huge, because they just started releasing, or they just dropped the price for the shells for the laptop 13 to $400. So with the shell, you get the screen, you get the like main body of it. The only things you don't get are I think they list it in here too. You don't get this is a complete laptop 13 chassis with everything except for mainboard, memory, storage, and Wi-Fi. So you get everything else that the chassis would need. So like battery, keyboard, everything.
Mhm.
So if you actually like go to their website, you can build your whole laptop now for $700. So this is actually
I was
kind
gonna
of a
say,
huge
did you
deal.
spec one out by chance? I'm just
I did.
curious.
I did. So you can get them as cheap as so I put this in the bag, I put that chassis in the bag, and then I went to Shop All and I went to laptop 13. Where do they I did it on my phone, so it's much where is it? Where's the 13? How do you maybe I went to mainboard. But yeah, so you can actually get a RISC V motherboard for $200. So you could build your whole laptop, your whole modular laptop for $600 if you wanted to do a RISC V motherboard.
Dope. Okay.
Pretty freaking cool. I've liked this company since I found them, and then Linus from Tech Tips actually is a investor in them. So he's shown off his laptop a few times, and I'm like, God fucking damn it, I want one of those so bad. This is actually the first time that they're coming down in price to the point where I might actually be able to get one. Not like right
That'd be
now.
cool.
I just
That'd
got a new laptop, but
screens, do they have the specs on those? Do you have that up by chance? I'm just curious. Is it your typical like just 1080p?
So they do have a couple different options. Let me see if I can get there. Their website's kind of confusing to use. Where is it? Parts? Here we go. So they got a 2.8K display for the 13. They have a matte display kit. They have let's see what that 2.8 resolution is. Oh yeah, 2.8 obviously. 2880 by 1920 at 120 hertz. And they also, if I remember correctly, they also started offering, I think it's only in the laptop 16, but they have a gaming option. So your main board can either have like a GPU built into it, if I remember correctly, or there's like a GPU that you slot onto the back.
This is dope.
Super, super cool.
They give you a discount for sending stuff in? I'm just curious in terms of, let's say, I don't know, I just want a trade-in program instead of maybe reusing it, if that makes sense, and like having a second one.
So if you were to like,
I don't know why.
If
One
you're
sec, doorbell ring. I don't know. I'm not
Mhm.
being too loud. Let me check it out.
You're good. You're good. Holy fuck. I don't know what that was, but that was loud. All right. Anywho. Okay, yeah, we're good there. We're good there.
Good sir, would you like to go to church real quick with me? Kidding.
Sure.
That's what that was about. Goddamn, the hustle on those guys. I will say that.
Yeah, they grind too, and they don't like to take no for an answer.
Say kickbots. You thought you guys were fucking grinding. Yeah, get
Yeah,
on a
so-
different level.
Right after you left, I heard like a loud ass fucking noise too, and I was like, "What the hell?" So I had to get up and walk away too.
There you go.
Turns out,
No, this
something.
looks dope though. Like, this looks like something. Just watching these videos of like them putting in their battery, this, and that. I'm like,
Mhm.
bro, this is like grade school level kind of stuff. Just click, you're good.
Yep,
Screw this in,
it's
you're good.
very intuitive. And then right here, if you're looking at the parts list, they have the Framework Laptop 16 graphics board, and it's an AMD Radeon RX 7700S. It's got
Okay.
it's got the GPU chip, and then it like there's like a module cover. There's like a, and it's only for the 16, but the Framework Laptop graphics module cover, and you're able to modify your existing laptop 16 and add a graphics card to it. Pretty cool.
You can go all the way to 64. Damn, for memory, dope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, just seeing those plug in with the USB. Oh my
See,
goodness, that was what the
USB-C.
that's what the phone was supposed to do, except with pogo pins, but still.
Yeah,
Oh man,
super
so dope.
cool.
If
It's
anything,
so cool.
I it's fine that they're like two separate companies. Have you ever heard of Fairphone?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It would be so cool if these teams teamed up, whether it be collabs or someone bought someone, unfortunately, or whatever, not because they're
Mm-hmm.
doing the same thing.
Yep, essentially.
Yeah, so it's just like
I think
having a
Fairphone's a
phone
bit
like this.
behind though, isn't it? Like to this at least.
Yeah, they're not like, you're not gonna get the latest CPU for the most part or anything
If
like
I
that.
remember correctly, it's spelled fair and then Phone, right? Oh no, it's Phone.
Is it Peach? Okay.
Yeah.
But I just love the fact that you could get something and just like, oh, I need like I need a new battery because this one's shot or something like
Mhm.
that, and you could just get one because I can't tell you how many things of tech, whether it be right in here. Where's it at? I was combing through them today. Pixel 1, Pixel 3a, Pixel 3, like, and obviously you probably have a lot of this stuff too, whether it be phones, PC components, whatever not. And I'm not gonna lie, at least for me, they're just chilling.
Yeah, because
And it's just like if I could just send them back or something and get something else in return in terms of like a trade-in program or whatever not, like if I wanted to. But
it's nice to have the ability.
yes, and then because I honestly, granted, I'd have to do research or anything like that. I have no idea because I know Best Buy started doing it, but I want to say it was like maybe with more like a battery situation. But I don't know how you go take a Chromebook in or an old GPU in and be like, hey, can I retire this thing? Can I recycle it or do something
Oh,
useful? Because I don't honestly want to throw it away.
I can't even, bro. Yeah, I feel you there. Because it's insane the amount of tech I just have chilling. Here's one processor. I
And see,
wonder if
that'd be the biggest
oh,
checks and retails, their entire retail chain in the UK
there's
dedicated just being like, I want to sell this take. Okay.
two
Because I
phones.
know Linus's one of his segues, whatever or not, is was it Java or something like that? But honestly, I'd rather recycle 5080 because I personally don't see someone buying a RX 580
Another
or a
processor.
1400 Ryzen. I don't see someone
Another
spending the money for
processor.
that. Like I really want to get on board with this whole this is dope. Framework, what you're doing, props to you because that's dope.
Oh, I don't even know where all my Intel processors are. They were in here.
Because I don't know if I even still have it. I used to have like a Windows phone even. But
Yeah, dude, the amount of tech I have, this is only yeah, here's another
like for me, I'd almost want to just either give it to someone that who wants it, but again, I don't think anyone wants that stuff or a dead phone or this is that. It's either someone who could use it or just let me recycle it so I know, I guess for my own mental state, whatever, not like I'm not just tossing it in the woods for the most part.
So the thing that I've been doing, all right. So like right here I have three processors. I have a 5700G. I'm gonna use that in the Xbox
Yeah.
PC, but I have a 3600X and uh 1400
Okay.
R5 1400. This I'm actually gonna build in a PC and give away because I have enough extra PC parts. I have like an RX 580 and I have an extra case and a
There you go.
couple extra modules of RAM. So that's that's how I've been getting rid of my extra PC parts. I built one for my stepdad, set it up at his house. I built one for Riley, who they've now upgraded, and I have gotten the parts back, which I used in a PC for a friend at work. Yeah, that's how I get rid of those.
And see,
Phones,
that's
it's
I
much more
feel like
difficult to.
smart. Yeah, because unless they want something certain, iPhone, whatever not.
Mhm.
But like that, dude, props to that then, because then you're at least finding that use for it. For
But
I just hate for it sitting there.
there's always a stipulation that if you want to sell it or if you end up not using it and you go to sell it, you just give it back to me first
Oh, gotcha.
because
Okay.
then I pass it down. But if they end up like keeping it, then it's all theirs. You know what I mean? But if they go to sell it or
Yeah.
upgrade, they give me the old part.
Okay.
I actually
Dope.
still have like my very first GPU and that passed around to three different people because they've upgraded since because it's more my idea
Here's
behind
your
it
starter.
was my idea was to get people interested in PC gaming and see if they wanted to do it because most of them
Yeah.
that they took this opportunity were console gamers and they took it and they enjoyed it and they upgrade and I get my stuff back and then I give it away again.
Welcome to the Gateway PC. RIP
Yep,
Gateway, I guess.
pretty
but
much. Hey, that's what happened to me and you.
yeah, it took. I think mine was mostly friends playing PUBG or whatever. And I was like, ah, shit, let me get on board with that. I can only play on a PC. Okay, but Yeah.
And then it came to Xbox.
Yep. But no, this is dope. Yeah, I need to do my own research or anything like that, or what like Mint was saying over here. Check some retails because there's some people that are I just could not be aware of in a sense maybe on my end of people that are actually dedicated. It's like, hey, if you have something old and either you want to sell it or just recycle slash reuse it, then just drop it off at our place. Like, hell yeah, dude. Okay. Or like what you're doing. Hell, like,
Yeah, there are a lot of places that do that. I use so these phones that I have down here. I used them for where did I just put them? But I used them for little Android gaming things at TVs. So they were like
okay.
emulation machines, and then all of my old so I have a Pixel 1, Pixel 2, Pixel 4, and then my current 8 and 9 that I hold on to. Those old Pixels I used to use for security cameras around the house.
Oh, there you go.
Mhm.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Dope. See, reusing it in that sense, that's perfect because some stuff you don't need. It doesn't need to be the latest greatest because most of these phones nowadays are just overkill.
And the cameras are good enough,
yeah.
but it's mainly like the batteries are ass on them, so I just leave them plugged in and security cameras.
First thing that goes. That's smart though, especially now with granted depending on the phone, because obviously it took Google a while on the Pixel side of it, but is with an ultra wide on a security camera or whatever not. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, but dude, I've been in love with the Framework laptop for like years now, and I actually have been following them since before they had even like access to AMD stuff. Like they hadn't even shipped a laptop yet, and I've been following them. And I'm glad that they are like actually doing well enough that they're able to lower the price of this chassis, to almost affordable for someone like me. That it'd still be very hard, but
dope a lot. If I were to do a laptop again, I'd just literally just save this as a bookmark because as cheap as whatever Chromebooks are and all this other stuff, it's like, dude, I'm 1,000% on board with that.
So did you ever read, it was like, I think it was at the height of Switch shortages, someone built an entire Switch from parts they bought off off eBay.
Like to put in the same frame as a Switch, or
so they bought the frame, they bought the screen, they bought the main board, they built a Switch from just loose parts that they bought on eBay for like $160. And I always wanted to do that. And whenever I look at Framework's site, I always think like, what if I just like buy it in pieces? You know what I mean? Like I buy the chassis now, I buy the main board later. Because you don't have to buy it all at once because it's all interchangeable. If you buy the chassis now, that's not really going to change, but the main board will change. So I've always thought like maybe I just build it as I can, Maybe one day I'll do it.
You could treat it like a
PC
kind of system. Well, yeah, but treat it like a finance system because, like you said, it's not going to work until you get most of it in there. But it's like, all right, instead of either you save up for it all at once, or you, like you said, chunk it out like per paycheck. Like, all right, I'm gonna get this, and the next paycheck, I'm gonna get this, and then just and it's like, all right, I can finally assemble all of it,
all the pieces of Exodia.
Yes. I have the glove.
I always wanted to do that though. Ever since that article had come out about the dude building the Switch, like I've looked like at least once a year to see if I can get all the parts for a decent price to build the Switch.
How did he get the software side of it?
No, on the board. It's just on the board.
Just on the board. Okay. Okay. Dope. That's legit. Okay.
Yeah. I've always thought about doing that, and I always price it out, and it's more than a Switch now. It's like $380. So it's not cost effective anymore. Someone got smart.
Sometimes you got smart / sometimes desperation will lead to that, and it's not too bad of a thing. Well, it's like how creative could you be?
He saved money at the time though.
Like, oh yeah, 160. That's the whole thing. That's even the shell.
Yeah, that everything? It was like 160 to $200. It was something like that. I can't remember exactly, but he saved money, and then like everybody started hiking their prices up after that because they're like, dude, this guy's gonna build one. I
was gonna say keep selling them. He'll just sell them.
Yeah. Pretty cool though. Dope. Pretty cool.
All right, what's Mint's rant here about Unreal Engine 5 Wilds? So, we got Monster Hunter, yeah, Wilds is on their own engine, but just so sick of the companies nowadays forcing having DLSS or FSR to get more than 30 FPS, and then DLSS giving insane artifacting. Wilds has a spreadsheet where people are putting their specs, and then they get the average and set that as the average for each spec. Yeah, because they did say that they put which I feel like that's the only company I've seen do this in general. I don't know if anyone else has done this, but in terms of they put their own like benchmarking tool out there, so you can see what it's going to run before this game comes out.
Who?
Monster Hunter Wilds.
They do that?
Yeah, so you can see how this game is going to perform before I guess you possibly make the purchase on it.
Like like they put a
Oh,
tool
yeah,
that you
link
can
the
run on your
spreadsheet.
PC?
Yeah, it's like their version of like that's their beta in a sense. I think I could be wrong on that, but it's basically like, all right, is our game going to be compatible with your
That's
system?
actually kind of cool.
But I will kind of agree in terms of I feel like a lot of these we're going to start seeing it for sure. A lot of these companies are kind of, if they're not doing it already in a sense, but they're going to brute force based off the hardware instead of actually being efficient with using the hardware because of I feel like AI.
Yeah, it's okay, so man. DLSS and FSR, they don't make games better. That sucks.
No, because aren't they just replicating what's not there? They're just
Yeah.
thinking what, you know,
Well, and
they're making stuff up literally.
it's cutting out time of optimization that should be done. They're cheating basically. Like
Okay.
they can make them look good. They can. It just takes a lot more work and a lot more time. But let's cheat.
Yeah.
Let's turn on
Yep.
all these features that make the game look shittier in a lot of cases, but like better on like a Steam Deck. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, so one of those things where it's like zoom out a little bit. Hey, now we're looking good. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like it looks good from 10 feet away.
Yeah, don't be pixel peeping this, okay?
Mhm.
Just keep on running by. You'll be fine.
There's a real good YouTuber that goes over it all, and it's actually it's super cool. Only reason I would know anything about it, honestly. Let me see if I can pull him up.
Yeah, while he's doing that, Mint says issues with companies they're cheaping out on doing optimization instead of just using all these AI shit, smearing issues, blurring artifacting. Yep.
So
if you zoom out, because everything on it. Okay, let me check.
So if you get an opportunity to, you should check this guy out. I'm gonna share him to you in Discord, but he very thoroughly goes over why we're like experiencing a downfall of games right now and fake optimization with this DLSS and FSR, and how it's actually in most cases making our shit run worse.
Interesting. Okay.
It's a very cool. I've watched these first, I think, 4 videos, and then I watched this most recent one about LTT's response being wrong, the broke mindset of modern games and optimization. It was very interesting. Definitely worth a watch if you're interested at all.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to give that a check.
Thread Interactive, by the way, to everybody listening out there.
All right. Well, another thing, Bookmark Framework. Gotcha. Doing good work out there. Always love that stuff.
Can I have a tech show off real quick?
Yeah.
We'll pause for a second. I'm going to show off a little bit of tech that I've gotten recently.
Yep. Do it. Tech Flex. Live Tech Flex.
As you know, recently 8BitDo did that whole collaboration with Microsoft. Or actually with Xbox.
Oh, did they finally? I would say they finally put an Xbox one because I have the Nintendo version of it. Oh, that collab. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Dope.
And then
on the keyboard, let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So I actually already have them out of box.
I was gonna say, did you not unbox them yet? I was like, good God, sir, you're more patient than I am.
I definitely took them out of box. So here's that little button thing. So I thought it
Dope.
was gonna be acting as some sort of like foot pedal, which you probably could use it as that.
I would say I
But
feel like you still could.
but the cable's not very long. I mean, it's decently long. I think it's 6 feet long. So but it's only an aux cable, so I believe I could just get an extension.
Yeah.
Plugs in right back here. If you look on the back here, there's access for 3 more, which is quite interesting. Quite interesting.
Holy shit.
I don't know why I'd want so many different macro pads, but it just plugs right
Yeah,
in.
because the 2 buttons are. Is that treating it as A B? Right. I'm trying to
I
remember.
well, that's what they say on it, A and B.
Yeah, on the thing. Yeah, but
But
it plugs into one.
I believe you can map it to be whatever. It's just a macro pad.
Yeah.
Um, Keyboard feels good. It kind of sounds terrible. I wonder if
Yeah, that is noise canceling that shit for sure.
yeah, it won't pick it up, but it kind of sounds terrible. It looks really nice though. I really like the
Those volume knobs on the top left.
so yes,
Yeah, do you know what kind of switches they have?
there is a volume knob up here, and then this is like the power knob. Oh, something really
Okay.
cool. I don't know if I didn't charge it, did I? So when you tap
Ooh, dope.
something, it lights up, and then you see how it kind of fades away.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
The arrows have. I'm assuming the arrows have lights.
Let's see. They do, but it's very subtle.
They're very faint. Okay.
Yeah, very, very subtle. The color kind of washes it out. What keys are these? That's a good question. I actually don't know. Let me get my key puller and check it out.
So you get the key puller. I'll look it up if it somehow does not state it on there.
Turns out these aren't
Dope.
mechanical.
It says mechanical in the freaking name. It better.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jellyfish X switches. That's what Google's saying /mint.
That's probably
So.
what they are. I've never seen these keys before. I'm not gonna lie. I like for
Yeah, that's what it says right on their website.
I rock browns in my actual keyboard. It feels good. I just would never use. It's too bulky for like my main keyboard, but it's gonna be sitting over here, replacing the
Showpiece.
keyboard that's behind my water bottle.
Never heard of the company? No way, man. Yeah, dude, I got them as a controller. They have a bunch of cool. Oh man, I feel like they're really good about hitting nostalgia features. They have those mini controllers that do like for Nintendo and whatever not. I feel like they were mostly Nintendo stuff, and then obviously you do have the Xbox keyboard and shit and whatever not. That mouse is dope. Do you have that mouse unboxed?
Yep, I'm about to show that off now. So the mouse is actually my favorite part, and this I may. So okay, so my idea right is to because I have that Xbox. Well, okay, we're gonna get to that. But I'm building that Xbox, right? And I'm almost done with it, actually. I could probably wrap it entirely up this weekend if I wanted to, or if I get time for it. But my idea, because that's going to be in the living room, is to use these peripherals out there with that device, because I thought that'd be sick. But here's the mouse.
Supposedly those side buttons light up. Is that right? Or is that just the marketing being marketing?
Haven't turned it on yet. Let's try it, right?
Okay.
We'll see together. Oh, it might have to be paired with something, huh? Hold on. If I go to 2.4, will it stop blinking? If they do light up, hold on. Let me just plug it in. I'll just plug it in. So
I'm trying to see if the website even states anything about the mouse.
All right.
Of course, they're playing Halo.
Now paired. It is now paired. It is now acting as my mouse. So pushing buttons on this is scary. They do not light up.
Okay. So it's just the marketing lighting, but that is still dope though.
So the mouse is my favorite part, and I'll show you why. It comes with this dock, right? Comes with this dock that it just magnetically attaches to. And then the dock has its USB port that you then plug into your computer. It's like this. So but inside the dock, that's the wireless transmitter.
Oh, smart.
So for the mouse, you can it connects through that. I just thought I was like, dude, that is so cool. That is so cool. They thought of everything when it came to this, and it's very sturdy. It's very like heavy.
Okay. Not a
Yeah.
cheap plastic or
No,
whatever. Not.
no, no, no. It's like very, very solid. Like really, really cool. The mouse is definitely my favorite part.
I wonder how much those little macro things are, because that's the fact that you can have 4 is wild. I didn't think they'd
Yeah,
have
imagine
4 on
having
back to
3
back.
more.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready to see the smallest GPU you've ever seen?
Oh, good lord.
So this
Oh, yeah, I
is
do like their
actually
software too.
the GPU that's going to go into that
The
Xbox.
Xbox?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I actually didn't know they got this small. So
That's what she said.
yeah, this is a here, I'll show the box. This is an RTX 40.
Okay.
So a decent card should be able to do most games.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably have a little trouble streaming from them. Only 8 gigs. Unlike ooh, wait, no, this is 12. It said 8 on the oh no, it is 8. Yeah, I'm right.
I was gonna say they sent you the wrong box. Upgrade.
Yeah, it is 8. Okay. But yeah, so it should be able to play most things on my TV just fine. But here it is.
Oh, she's scanned. Oh, okay.
My hand is bigger than the GPU.
What's that side profile?
Uh,
Okay.
it's about a slot and a half, 2 slots. Yeah, it's 2 slots.
Okay.
And then the I/O is actually pretty impressive. There's 2 HDMI and 2 DP ports.
Dope.
Yeah, I am super hyped. I was just like, dude, when I took it out of the package, I was like, my water bottle is bigger than this damn thing. For content, dude, oh my god, this is gonna look a little weird. I'm gonna move the camera, but like for context,
Welcome to IRL stream.
that's
Oh, that's a thick boy.
This is my hand next to my GPU in my computer, and that is freaking massive, dude. So
That's crazy.
super impressed and super excited to see how it turns out.
That'll be dope.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. This should be perfect for the Xbox. Perfect.
And then going with, like you said, those peripherals, the keyboard, the mouse.
Yeah,
You'll be set.
I thought that'd be dope. I thought that'd be dope.
Only game installed has to be Halo. Everything else, you just can't do it. The only thing I will say is because I'm like looking at the marketing and everything for it on their website, and obviously everything is just old school Xbox.
Oh,
And they
dude,
have it briefly in some of these images here. I'm kind of sad that they missed out on the white and the black button. I feel like they could have put that on there somewhere. They have the Xbox logo, which is dope.
Yep.
It'd be kind of cool if you could have it. I don't know if it turned on. If there was a thing where you had a different, it came with like the boot up menu or something like that, or the sound effect for it. But
Yeah, that's not there.
we got a couple different modes there.
Huh. That's interesting because they could have done it. They could have easily done it. So there's like you got the Xbox button, and then there's like I'm trying to get this off, but it looks like there's 2. Oh no, that's not buttons. They definitely could have done it though.
Of course they do that for that. Kind of wish they didn't do that with new members, because on their website it says each. I guess it's your own giveaway if you want to give it away or to a relative, whatever, not. But I'm assuming you got your 1 month free of PC Game Pass then, or at least a code for it. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's supposed to. Okay.
I think I got one with each.
Oh, with each. Okay, dope. What? I'm trying to think. What game is that? I'm trying to think. Like, is that Infinite? Oh, that's Infinite that they're showing. They're showing you play Infinite and not the OG Halo. Okay, that's a disgrace. Oh man, that's
I'll be
funny.
playing the OG Halo for sure.
And then they got Halo 4 back in there. They got Halo 1 right there. Okay, so they're
Pretty
showing
cool though,
everything
huh? I thought that was pretty
That's
sick.
dope.
I unboxed that. I was like, dude,
See,
this
it makes
thing's
sense with
dope.
Xbox, even though I guess technically if they made one for PlayStation or whatever, now it would probably still sell, but
Oh,
it's
it's still
not
like gold.
as and it's not as geared towards a PC, but people just love the color combos and I guess the attention to detail.
I will say though that mouse will not be replacing my glorious Model O wireless.
It's not going to be your main.
No, no. It's more of like a nostalgia, and I think it'll
Oh,
fit
it's the living room.
I think it'll fit the aesthetic of the Xbox for sure.
Oh yeah, easily. That would be dope. But if anything, people might think like, bro, did this come with? Was this a thing back then? Like, no, it's not. But it looks like it was meant to be. How about that? All right, what do we got? What do we got? No, 8-bit Doe or Do, however you want to say it, is a good company in my books. Hey, I appreciate you stopping on by, Mint. Hopefully that Monster Hunter figures itself out though for you. Ooh, Google Pixel referral program. This I think is dope. Let me check it off there. Where we got? So basically, long story short, kind of stuff. It allows people to. What do you get? You get 10% off a Pixel phone. Obviously, not when it's first released or anything like that. But you do get to earn for a friend at least. You can earn $50 in Google Store credits for each friend who buys one. You get up to $500 worth of store credits, so you get 10 codes. But yeah, it's a win-win for anyone even thinking about buying a Pixel or anything like that, and I don't see why that's a bad thing. And the funny thing is, when I was reading the fine print of this, is it goes until like July 1st. I don't know why you would have a cutoff. It's kind of interesting, but did you tap that mic?
Hello, hello.
There you go.
Have you already made money?
No, it's 0 out of 5.
Or is this just you sending out the referrals?
No, not even sending. So you like, I was like, oh, does it like get rid of them or something? But I clicked on all because you're allowed 10 of them, and you can click on them, and they just populate all the codes. And it's one of those. Honestly, it's one of those things where if this gets blasted online, like who cares? Like, it's not a
Yeah,
doxing thing or whatever. Not. It's
well,
like
if it gets
first
used,
come, first
you
serve.
get money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So first come, first serve kind of thing. But
So
yeah, until July 1st or whatever.
the account that the account that I have linked to this browser right now is not an account that owns a Pixel. So it said I wasn't available for a referral program. Do you have to own a Pixel to be a part of this? Because it says you are not eligible for the referral program.
For each friend who buys one, get 10 friends to buy a Pixel. You earn up to $500. One code per referral. Codes can only be used if the recipient has a Google account and is signed in. That's all it says. How do I track? When do they expire? It doesn't. Yeah, besides just having a Google account, that should still work. I don't. Yeah, they shouldn't have because technically. Yeah, so if I didn't have one, technically, would it do it? That is interesting. I don't know. Code receivers will receive a discount that can be applied. Code givers will receive Google Store credit. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about having to own the device already, unless it's very like just deep into this.
Like into the fine print.
If you received an email to participate in the referral program, congrats, you're in. If you did not, we plan to extend eligibility in the future. I wonder if it's because they know of someone having a Pixel they send this out to.
So I was able to see and access the referral program on my main account, but not on this secondary account.
Interesting.
So like if I were to swap back, which I'm not going to do right now actually because it has a lot of my personal information on it, but
yeah,
I was able to see it and I was able to see like the power and all that jazz.
Here you go. To be eligible to refer a friend as a code giver, you must be opted in to receive Pixel emails as of the launch of this program and be an existing Pixel 7, 7 Pro, 7a, 8, all the way up to 9 Pro Fold owner prior to the launch of the program. So, yes, you do have to own the device itself.
So, okay, that's how they get you.
Yep.
That's not really a got though. That makes sense, honestly.
Hell, if granted, iPhone doesn't have to do this, but if iPhone had this would be an easy dunk
Easy
to
dub.
get some
So
app credits or whatever. Not
this is really it's really cool. It's a really cool idea. It's really hard for like anybody I know around me to break the Apple sphere.
well, not
So
only
like,
that, but even for like our own Google Sphere, like unless a new phone is coming out, like how at least average wise, whatever. Now, how long does the average person keep their phone? Like
mhm,
years.
yep,
It's like
two,
this expires in July, so unless someone's
two,
like
3 years.
about to go buy, the latest Pixel or
Mhm.
whatever, not then
And
during the spring or yeah.
generally, they buy them from the carrier too. They don't buy them from the Google store or like
Yeah, a lot of people don't buy
iPhone
stuff online.
store. No, like
Yeah.
I Heather or my wife's mom got a Pixel 9 as well when we got ours.
Okay.
And I was telling her that you can save X amount of money if you went on the Google store because at the time we bought them, they were on like their Black Friday sale.
Hmm.
And um, she decided to still buy it through T-Mobile. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, yeah. When I don't know, when certain people have certain comfortability with tech purchases, it's like, all right, whatever. But like,
It's just
I don't,
easier, you know? Like
well,
they
yeah,
can
and
go
it's
into the
almost one of those
store.
points. It's like I'll buy it for you. Not well,
Mhm.
I'll use your money to buy it, whatever. Not, but like, if you're that worried about it, let me just purchase it. And you can set it up, or I set it up, whatever. Not family tech support kind of status, and
Yep.
then go from there.
I actually tried to
But
get her and her I tried to get her mom and her brother to switch to Google Fi because they were tired of T-Mobile. And I'm like, dicking them around. And I was like, try Google Fi. You get T-Mobile service, and I'll put you on our plan. It'll be pretty cheap. Don't worry about it.
oh,
But
if you're already put on a plan too, that makes it easy. You're done within that day.
mhm. But for some people, it's just hard. It's hard to like
Yeah,
because they don't.
change.
They're like, I haven't heard of Google Fi, and I'm like, dude, I've had it for like 5 years
Years.
now or something like that, and it's been great. I
Yeah.
haven't had a single issue with it. But before we step away from the Google and Pixel talk, did you see that the Pixel 9 Pro owners are showing that the rear camera bump has started to pull away from the phone?
No way.
Yes, yes.
That's two things that Google
Here,
has
I'll
has
share this in
done
the
wrong there.
Discord real quick. Um,
The Pro Fold and then the update to the 4 or 4A or whatever with their
so
whole battery thing.
I will say it's not happening to me. I'm about to pull my case off and show that it's not happening to me currently. Um, I did check when I saw this article initially. I don't think this was the exact one I saw, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's not happening to me.
Yet.
But I am fairly gentle with my main phone. My extra phone I'm not as gentle with, but my main phone, my
Mhm.
like my new bitch, I'm fairly
My new
gentle with.
bitch.
I don't really like put it in my back pocket and sit down. I don't like throw it. I'll throw it on the bed, but I won't like you know what I mean?
Drop it. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it doesn't experience like uh extreme abuse. So I don't know what level of abuse it would take to achieve this. But yeah, a lot of people are reporting that the camera bump's pulling away. It looks, dude, it looks like they're bending their phone. It looks like they're just like bending it and breaking the clip that's holding it in or something. I'm not new. I don't
And
know.
the fact that they said supposedly that it's been used with a case ever since. I'm
Yeah,
just curious how did it even pull away with a case on there?
I don't know, man. That's crazy though. I was like,
Okay. Well, it does say the owner does hint that the Pixel 9 Pro has a few encounters with water, which might have softened the adhesive, keeping the camera bump held in place.
oh, that makes
Water
sense.
shouldn't do that though to that adhesive,
Uh,
especially when they're supposed to be whatever, at least water resistant for up to a few feet. I thought.
Yeah, that would be. Hmm. So what I would think would
What
it
the
would have
hell?
to experience was like extreme temperatures and like water or like things that would are corrosive or would break down glues like alcohols and extreme temperatures and bending. It looks
All
like
right, I
they
gotta
just fucking bent the bitch.
read the Reddit post here. Literally had it in the case since day one and noticed the camera lenses fogged up after leaving it on the sink while showering. Obviously, because of the air gap at that point. Took the case off, took a look, and one side of the camera bar was not attached at all. Just lifted right up with a gentle pull. No abuse, no drops, rough behavior, blah, blah,
Dude,
blah.
people on Reddit are so fucking crazy. Let's see.
It's just the whole post. Okay.
We're gonna go full cam for this.
That's
Okay.
got to be straight
Nice,
glue, like the
gentle
whole
pull,
Samsung.
eh?
As you pop it.
That would be crazy. I'm trying to get my nail underneath it. I have insurance.
Warranty.
Yeah.
As,
I
as you're
don't
doing it online.
That's a good point. I don't think there's no way,
You'd have to
dude.
cut that seal. Yeah, I don't know how that would.
There's no way. And he did it on this side, the side with the or well, he
Yeah.
didn't do it. I
The
don't know that
lights,
he
whatever. No.
Yeah, I don't know that he did it on purpose, but there's no way that that's all it's experienced because this is always in the bathroom with me when I'm showering, playing music, and yeah, that shoot, people on Reddit are so fucking crazy.
I feel like a case would cover that too.
Oh yeah,
Just
well,
lift it right up with a gentle pull.
my
It like
case,
hovers it, but it doesn't like
yeah, my
lock
case
it
doesn't
down.
cover it, but it does. It does like stop it from taking abuse. You know what I mean? It's got a ridge there, a very hard ridge.
I'd like to know. I feel like this is not a one-off, but not enough for
Well,
Google to do
apparently,
anything about it.
it's happened on a few others too.
Interesting.
The Pixel 9 Pro may have a serious design issue with the phone literally some units literally peeling apart. And then here's another example of the camera coming apart right there all along that seam. I still don't think it's like a wide enough issue that
No.
I think it's more user error than Google error here. We'll see though. I could be proven wrong.
No, we'll see. Yeah, especially with glue, I guess. Good God. Wait, so he had it in a case since day one, knows the camera lenses were fogged up while leaving it
Hey bro,
on the sink while showering. What up?
your cam right now is just me.
Yeah, I know. Showing the highlights. What up?
Shit. I switched to your stream and it stressed me out for a minute. I'm like, oh shit.
No abuse, no drops. Just lifted it right up with a gentle pull. So I took the case off and took a look. Okay, boom. There you go. Don't
There's
take the case
no-
off, folks.
Yeah, never take a case off. There's no
Don't take
fucking
it.
way.
Oh, my lens is fogging up. Bro, fogged up after leaving it on the sink while showering. That's probably the only time it'd fog up.
Yeah, that's probably the only reason.
Take it out of there.
Yeah,
Watch
don't
them
put it in
be
the
like,
shower.
oh, how often did you have your phone next to the shower? Well, you see here, the humidity probably loosened the glue, and it's your fault. So
You know, someone okay, so back in the day when we still had like a phone carrier that was US Cellular, my phone stopped working. And they had those little tabs, I don't know if you remember, that would change color if it got if it experienced water. Well,
oh, the red tabs, yeah.
yeah. Well, we took my phone in, and the tab didn't change color, but they didn't warranty my phone because I had told them that I would have my phone in the bathroom with me when I showered, and they claimed because of the humidity I ruined my phone.
There we go.
And I was like,
someone's always to blame.
Are you fucking kidding me? The tabs, it clearly hasn't experienced water damage. The tabs are still regular. I was so mad, bro. I was so mad.
Oh man, always something to blame.
Spin it.
It's not our fault. Oh, straight bricked.
Oh, have you read about this at all?
I did not know.
It was kind of funny.
I'm assuming all the people who were able to buy said GPUs, but
Yeah.
all right. So bricked
The
5080s
the
and
very
5090s then.
the very select few that were able to buy it can't even use them. So a lot of
I
people
mean,
are
sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
a lot of users are reporting that their 5090s and 5080s aren't working when they plug them in, and basically bricked. Their computers aren't turning on. They're boot looping.
Oh, blue
So
screen, love it.
what the root cause hasn't been determined yet. And actually, if you were to look this subject up right now, NVIDIA is
Yeah.
going through and like there's an article claiming that NVIDIA is going through and trying to evaluate and see what the issue is. Um, they did push a driver update that seemed to have fixed it at first, but it hasn't fixed it for everybody. And then a lot of people had some success from changing it from a PCIe 5, like changing their PCIe
Input
slot.
cable or whatever.
No,
Yeah.
changing their PCIe slot to register as a Gen 4 rather than a Gen 5, which is what this GPU is. It's a Gen 5 GPU or PCIe Gen
Okay.
5. And they've had some success being able to get them to work after that, plus the new driver update. But this launch has been terrible, and they still sold out.
It did. I wish I had this problem that this guy posts. I've tested 2 different 5080 cards and the exact same issue occurs. Okay, first of all, before you even get into the troubleshooting and what you're experiencing, you have 2 of these motherfuckers?
How did you get 2?
I don't think there's a problem, sir.
Yeah, how did you get 2?
The fact that you can just test 2 of them. Oh, let me see if this one works. Oh, let me see if this one works.
To be honest though, the title's a little clickbait. They're not bricked. They'll work. It's just, we need the correct drivers.
Yeah. Updates
but
being updates.
It's just what do we call it? We call it first gen tax. Like
yeah. You gotta work out all the bugs for us.
Yep. Kind of like Battlefield Labs.
Exactly.
Free beta testers. Well, actually, these guys paid for it, so
You gotta pay that guinea pig fee, dude.
I don't see this slowing down sales or anything. Well, and in fact, there's reports coming that it'll be 3 to 16 weeks before some stores get more 50 series cards in, and
Good God,
some people are like 16 weeks.
I can't wait. Go back to those days of hell. I even did it at one point where you'd have like Discord, just Discord.
Oh, Discord bots, like checking for you.
You'd put in what you want, and you just see if like it pops up online. Or I know one tactic was you would just see if something got returned at like a Best Buy, because sometimes somehow the bot would know before it gets put on Best Buy's website of there being a return. And so if whoever's like wanting to be notified, it would notify you right then and there. It was like, all right, it worked pretty well. I didn't get anything from it, but I got a few notifications every now and again. But
I did that, but I did the Twitter bot.
Okay.
The people that would post instantly, and I actually secured at the height of its at the height of its like release when it was a height of its shortage. I secured 3 PS5s.
Oh, there you go.
I felt so cool. I was like the PS5 dealer at work. I would buy them, they would pay me, and then I'd buy another one. They'd pay me, and I'd buy another one. I never like upcharged them, but I felt so cool because I was like, I was able to buy it. What's up?
Yeah, it's not that hard. Well, if you have someone that's on top of it like that, you're just like, dude, I need the money now, or we gotta act now, because it's one of those things where it's like done deal in 5 minutes. So. Oh yeah, that was.
I also did that when I was building my when I was upgrading my PC the first time, except for I used YouTube channels. They would post there would be a YouTube channel that's live streaming constantly that would like list when things would come back in stock. It would like have a whole parts list on the main screen, and then it would go green for whatever part you were looking for, and they would list the site right underneath of where it was like in stock at.
Shit, that's smart. like a live marketplace then. Okay.
Dude, imagine how much he made on ad revenue.
Oh God. Oh my
Y-
God. If
Yeah,
you're not monetized at that point, you definitely are.
because
That's
people are just watching you to fucking get that shit.
oh yeah, that'd be where it's at. Yeah. Other than that, though, I think this is just a an update being an update, and like you said, paying that early access tax right now anyway. So
Yeah.
lot of stuff isn't gonna utilize it unless I guess you're a creator or something like that. Maybe at that point you're kind of bummed out or whatever. Not, but I don't
Even
know.
creators,
Everybody,
dude, like even like people like me, you streamers, like people, they don't need a fucking 5090.
well,
No,
no, yeah,
they
the
don't
people I
even
was
need a
actually thinking of,
4090.
the people I was
Like
thinking of
LTC.
literally upgraded from a 4090. So in terms of rendering speed and this and that, I'm like, when in doubt, you could be like that one dude, and you have two the 5080s. Oh, go back to your 4080 or whatever that you
Yeah,
have. Like
exactly.
it's
Your two
it's not end of the
4090s.
world. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is
They
not end of the
they're all
world.
dealing with FOMO right now. They're like, "Fuck, that guy's got his working, but I don't got mine." Shut
Oh,
up.
speaking of the competition here, supposedly we got March is when we get our new AMD cards.
Ooh, we're clicking
Uh,
right over to there.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Um, obviously,
So,
besides just a release date and obviously their version of DLSS kind of thing in terms of like it's just a
RDNA.
hype article. Yeah, it's just like a hype article for the most part.
So I read through this article. This title is so misleading. Or make or break the company's struggling PC gaming division. Do they not know that AMD also
Dude,
owns Ryzen? Like the
I
fuck?
know. Well, a lot of it did boil down to not a lot of it, but some of it boiled down to the hardware sales of
Mm-hmm.
consoles, which does
Mm-hmm.
take their hit a bit. Um, but even on the PC side, anything like that, obviously Team Green has always had they okay. So
Superiority.
if I put it in this regards, um, Nvidia is Apple, AMD is Google. I'd almost say on the PC side of it though,
Intel's Microsoft.
yeah, honestly.
You know what's crazy though? Okay, so they all have their like things that they're really good at. Like
Yeah.
in Intel's Arc GPUs, they have potential of being the best for streaming, the absolute
Yes.
best for streaming. But that comes down to platforms like implementing the feature. What's the feature called again?
Oh god, it starts with the A too. Basically, it takes your bit rate and chucks it in half, but for the same quality.
Yes. So they have the highest potential of being the best streaming GPUs, but it'll take somebody to be able to do that. AMD's GPUs, they just slam that bitch with RAM. They're just like
Oh
boom,
god,
24 gigs, boom,
VRAM galore.
32 gigs, and they have so much power, so much power. I'm not sure if it comes down to like because AMD software has gotten a lot better actually. I don't know the last time you used an AMD GPU, but
Just the 5080.
I've used one probably like a year ago. Well, okay, I didn't use it, but I got to play around with the software of one probably about a year ago, and it's gotten a lot better. Like the Radeon software is much more like fluid now.
Yeah.
I wonder if it comes down to just game manufacturers just like not
Support.
optimizing for their GPUs as much as they do for NVIDIA's due to NVIDIA's popularity.
Probably plays a factor on it. That's kind of how like these, webcam or whatever. Not it's the same app. They perform different on different devices, iPhone versus Android, and that kind of status and whatever. Not there's got to be some
It is
science in the background.
It is kind of crazy that you're using Droid Cam on an iPhone.
I know on an iPhone. Yeah, I thought that was weird. I was like, "Is this on iPhone?" And yeah, lo and behold, it was like right below that other app and whatever. Not. I was like, okay.
I need to try that because I didn't realize I'm paying $20 a year for.
Dude, I saw that. I was like, I swear to God, he said there was a yearly, and it sounded fairly cheap. And I was like, fucking 80. I was like, oh God, let me see if there's Droid Cam on this thing.
Yeah, I didn't realize that I was paying $20 a fucking year. Like, damn,
Yeah.
dude, I paid that for 2 years. I wasn't even making any sort of content. It's 40
But no,
bucks.
to go back to the GPU thing, I think at least for me, in terms of, because I don't know if it's gotten any better on the, at least let's say the OBS side. Gaming wise, I've never had an issue when I had my 5080, besides the hardware just being a limiting
Oh.
factor in terms of how the game would play. But in terms of the OBS side, I feel like Team Green still has that. Obviously, Intel with its
Yeah.
certain encoding thing, but I don't know if there's a direct like thing you can set for an AMD one, if that makes sense. Because I've always, when I had an
No,
AMD one, it typically
there's
had to
not.
be running off the CPU still,
Yeah. When I
and
had
that was the bummer.
when I had an AMD GPU, I had my beefy ass CPU. I had the 3900, so it wasn't a
Okay.
huge deal, but you do have to run
Yeah.
H.264.
Okay, yeah. See, that was kind of, it wasn't a game breaker, but it's like, damn it, I kind of wish I could run this off the GPU,
It made
especially
things
with
struggle a lot
AMD.
more.
Yeah, especially
You
if
shouldn't have an issue now,
AMD's
though. There's a
throwing
lot more RAM now.
24 gigs.
It's
But,
just
yeah, I'd be curious to know how much VRAM they're gonna be shoving in. They've already done what, a 32 gig on the last gen,
dude.
I think.
Yeah. The thing was fat. The thing was
So
monstrous. It wasn't even like their like top.
yeah, so they're gonna be, if you want a VRAM buffer for future proof, I will say AMD has your market on that for sure.
I feel like I just don't know if they're gonna catch, or I just don't know if they're. So I don't think their issue is so much the hardware, the technical side of it. I think their chips and everything are fine. I think that's all great. It just comes down to they just need to improve their software more. Improve their compatibility more.
Yeah, compatibility. Games are already on board with them, so
Like
that's no big deal.
they
I
need
feel like
to
they've
make.
always been budget.
Yeah, they have. They need to make their own version of NVENC, basically.
Yeah, I feel like their software is gonna have to be the thing that outsells something, because
Mhm.
even I guess Intel is almost trying to sneak up on, not like take over in a sense of AMD's market, but be the budget option, if that makes sense.
So
So hopefully AMD doesn't let them take that.
I might put an Intel GPU in the server due to its
Mhm.
capabilities of streaming.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it should outperform the
Okay. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, it works fine. Tap the mic real quick. Sometimes it has that little.
Hello?
There you go.
Fuck.
Sometimes.
I know what it
No,
is
yeah,
too.
Plex.
I know what it is too. It's my cable down here. It's loose a little bit. So
Okay.
if I go whoop. Oh, well,
There
nope.
you go. Yep.
Did I
Yep.
get it that
No,
time?
I did it.
Yeah,
It
okay.
did it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, Plex has been working fine. I've had no issues with it.
Nice.
In terms of yeah, that movie worked fine. The one you re-uploaded, all that good stuff. So
Nice.
it's
I'm about to do number 2.
a breeze with that kind of stuff. Let's see here. What
Anybody
else we
out
got?
there interested in hosting their own media server? Plex versus Jellyfin. Quick review.
One
I-
feature I like from Jellyfin, but I'll let you go.
I used I used Jellyfin for, was it about almost 3 years?
Yeah.
Or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I used Jellyfin for almost 3 years. It's great. I love it. It's open source. It is very clunky feeling, and the updates for it are slow to roll out, and it breaks a lot, and it causes a lot. It makes me have to like try to fix things quite frequently.
You have to keep babysitting it,
Mhm.
double checking stuff.
With Plex, it was hard to initially roll out but once it was rolled out, all I do now is update it when Plex updates.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Now, what were you gonna say?
The only feature out of comparing the two that I like that Jellyfin has versus Plex is the subtlety of when you're playing, when you instantly start a show, whatever it may be, it lets you know right off the rip, this is gonna end at such and such time.
Oh, I loved that. I've been
I'm
looking
like,
for
oh,
that.
that's so nice.
I've been looking for that as a plugin for Plex for a while, and I think I found it.
Okay, because that's the
Yeah.
only thing. I'm like, everything plays smooth. I don't have to like do the whole like back out, then replay it kind of thing to finally get
Mm-hmm.
it to freaking play my
Mm-hmm.
episode or whatever not. And but yeah, just the simple like math it's doing already for me. Like all right, can't looking at like the clock, be like, okay, can I watch this? And be like, oh, it says it'll be done here, and like it's like perfect. I'm like,
Yeah,
yes.
it's freaking awesome. So when we would do our New Year's Eve uh end game,
Oh, your adventure, yeah,
yeah, we knew exactly when to start it, and so like we would know exactly when it ended, and it would help us
dope.
line it up every time.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's sick.
I miss that feature. I have been looking for it. Believe me.
Okay. Okay. I'm making sure I'm not the only one who's like, dude, you could just do the math. It's an hour and a half show. Figure it out.
No, 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 no. It was nice because we'd start a movie and we'd be like, "Should we start this movie at 10?"
Yeah, be
Fuck.
like, all right,
If
can I stay up until this?
Yeah, can I stay up till 12:30 finishing the movie? I don't know. Anyway,
Let's see. Short and brief here. Future of buying cars. Um,
you want to jump over to that one?
yeah, so future of buying cars, granted this one deals with EVs because I feel like EVs themselves, whether it be Teslas, whatever not, have pushed this non-dealership mentality in terms of when it comes to cars. So VW and Audi, obviously same owners, are suing Scout over its new no dealers plan, and this is in Florida. So Florida being Florida. The funny thing is that Tesla and Rivian have already gotten away with being able to sell with a no dealership um for a while now. So if
In
anything, I just feel like
in Florida
I
though?
just feel yeah, in Florida.
Mm.
So I feel like whatever VW and Audi, they're just gonna look at what Tesla and Rivian has done, and they're just gonna copy paste kind of thing. That way they did, unless Florida
That's
just
what I would do.
does it for everyone. Yeah. Um. So it's kind of interesting, but it kind of reminds me of if you're suing VW for this, how the hell does it work unless it's banned in Florida as well? So on Amazon, Amazon partnered with
Wait,
Hyundai. You can actually buy a Hyundai vehicle, like I believe right now,
on Amazon?
um, on Amazon. Amazon Autos is a thing, and so yeah, they partnered with them so far. But the fact that you can buy a car through Amazon is wild.
I honestly
So
did not know you could do that, and I surf
yeah,
Amazon every day.
yeah. So a lot of people, would complain about, maybe their spouse or whatever not, doing those midnight Amazon purchases where it's like, bro, where's this money coming from? But can you imagine a car pulls up and be like, oh yeah, can you sign here real quick? Like, good God, man,
Take the
thirty
company
thousand
card and go
dollars,
buy me a car.
yeah, $30,000 in debt with a instant buy now Amazon option.
I know,
But
and your buy now Amazon's credit card, your store
yeah,
card.
exactly. Do you want this Prime delivered, or do you want if you sign up with an Amazon card, you'll get $1 back, or if you push it back 2 days, you'll get $1 in refund cash. Um, but yeah, I think this is definitely the way to go. Unless the only way I can see dealers existing, obviously, with older generations, again, that kind of that whole like phone mentality, people don't
Mhm.
want to change it up. So if they're used to buying a car from an actual dealership, they're going to do that for the rest of their life, um, no matter what. Whereas, maybe our generation or even younger at this point, we're used to buying stuff online. So as long as there's a typical, I don't know what Amazon's is, but like I want to say even with like Teslas and whatnot, you
So
buy it online, it gets sent to a dealership, but then you go to that same dealership, you check it out with someone, and then you negotiate, not price because the price is already done, but you negotiate if anything needs to be fixed because then they can just do it there. But
yep. So this actually, what you're saying right now, actually slapped me hard last week. Not this last week, but the week before. We have
uh-huh.
this old man we work with, right? This old man, and he went to go buy a portable monitor, like one of those like
Just
like
a
this,
screen.
like a little display that you can take with you
Yeah.
wherever you go for like a laptop or
Okay.
something. And I was saying, yeah, you can get one pretty cheap on Amazon for like, you know, like $100. You can get a really nice one. He's like, I don't do that Amazon shit. And I'm like, okay. I mean,
Where do you go? Circuit City?
you might be able to find one locally. He's like, I'm sure I can get one at Best Buy. So he goes to Best Buy and buys one, and it was like $230. And it was like, he brings it to work, and it turns out it won't work for what he wanted it to do. And I was like, well, wish you bought it on Amazon now, huh?
Did you keep the receipt, good sir? Because at that point, yeah. Well, first of all, I feel like that's also up to him in terms of explaining what he wants it to do. That could be on the seller too, but still.
Just so funny that like, I mean, I can't say that it would be easier to return from Amazon. It is kind of much more of a hassle. But if he would have bought it on Amazon, it would have been cheaper, and I probably would have bought it from him because he would have not really lost money. I would have given him $100 for it. I want another one, you know?
Why didn't he ask you?
He did. That's the thing. He did. And
Yeah,
I
but
said,
for like,
oh, if it
he
worked or
should've took it
not.
yeah,
Yeah.
he should have took it
Yeah.
further and treated you like the goddamn salesman and be like, hey, I'm looking for this. I want it to do this. What do you recommend? Even though he might not believe in buying Amazon, he still wants the thing that he needs it for, I would
You know,
assume. So he could get rid of that
you know what's funny
Amazon
is
shit.
he could have told me what he was trying to do with it, and I could have told him right away that it wouldn't have worked. So
That's what I'm saying. He could have avoided the whole thing.
what he wanted to do was he wanted to hook his phone to it. He wanted to hook his phone as like an external display, have a bigger phone to watch videos on. Most phones can do this. I believe even my Pixel can do this.
Okay.
Well, not even, because the Pixel should be able to do it, but I believe most phones can do this. But he has a Samsung phone, which you would think would be able to do it, being Samsung Dex and all that stuff. But he has one of the Samsung like budget phones. And the Samsung budget
like the
phones,
A whatever.
yes, and Samsung budget phones cannot do that. You cannot hook up an external display. So I could have told him that, but he didn't ask. I didn't know.
I'm more curious on what he's trying to do. He wants to make his phone screen bigger.
Yeah,
I'm almost thinking it from the side of like casting it.
He's old. He's old. He just wanted something to plug into to watch a bigger video.
So Fire TV stick, or I'm almost thinking more of a streaming device like that instead of a whole different monitor.
Well, this is this is for at work. He wanted to have it like at work to be able to like watch. Yeah, you know what I mean? Stuff. He wanted to have like his phone and be able to like have, because he has like his own little area, and he wanted to have that screen in his own little area because he takes breaks in his little area. So
let me introduce you to this trifold phone. It's only $2,400. Just kidding.
Yeah, and that'll definitely cast. I'm sure
that'll do what you need to, and don't you worry, sir. It's not from Amazon.
No, that was so funny. I don't do that. I don't order shit online. I'm like, okay. Some people, you know, when I was originally shopping for my wife's wedding ring, I was considering ordering it offline.
As long as my personal thing, as long as the warranty or / return thing is like okay in your books, then I think that's completely fine to spend said money. The only issue I would see is make sure, obviously, the reviews, make sure the site's good.
Well, in the site,
because at that point, because you don't want to be giving your money away at that point. That's the only that point. But
when I told that to my mom, she was like, "Are you crazy?" And I was like, "Mom, you've been scammed twice by people selling dogs that aren't actually selling dogs.
No,
don't you tell me." Don't you tell me.
I'd want to say that one of the first one that comes to my head in terms of like one of the biggest online,
she could be watching right now. I'm sorry, Mom. I love you.
Thing is the one that comes to my mind is Brilliant. I know they're all they get plastered all over the place for jewelry stuff, whatever not. But I don't know whether it be in person. I know some people it's definitely a control thing, which makes complete sense.
Yes.
But in terms of it'll depend on what you want to do out of said product or anything like that, but still.
It was just so hard to find the specific style that I was looking for, but so much easier to find it online. I'm glad I waited. I ended up getting a really good deal on the ring that she has now, but and I love the ring she has now, but and she loves it too. But it was just like that was actually the only. She doesn't know this. She might be listening right now, but that was the only reason it took me so long was because I couldn't find a cushion cut amethyst ring that was white gold and had like some sort of chain links on the sides.
See, there you go. Okay, there you go. Custom. Yeah.
Yeah, but this ring pretty much matched what I envisioned in my head.
There you go.
But so I'm glad I didn't ended up not doing it. But at the same time, I don't have any issue ordering that kind of stuff online as long as I do the due diligence beforehand.
Yeah, you're not just willy-nilly like, all right, I'm spending something now. It's like, all right, I'm taking my time. I'm doing my biggest piece. I'm doing my research and going from there.
Yep.
So same with whether it be cars, whether it be whatever price range it is. Obviously, the higher it is, especially for something, ring status to car status to whatever not. It's like, all right, I don't want to lose out on this much money, so I need to be extra diligent of what I'm about to spend my money on.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Whenever I'm making a big purchase, I always I fight with myself about making the purchase. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because it is not. Once you hit submit, there is no undo for the most part.
Unless it's Amazon, baby, cancel that order.
Cancel that shit real quick before it ships. Before it ships, go.
Before we, the crazy thing too is they're not even buying cars. So back to the topic, they're not even buying cars. They're just putting a $100 that is like a deposit for interested customers. They're not even securing a purchase of cars, and they're still trying to sue them over this.
Yeah, so they're getting butthurt over the loss of $100 per customer, whatever not.
The loss of $100 from a customer saying, you know what, maybe.
Yeah, that
put
looks
me on the list.
I might buy it. Yeah, basically, pre-order for like a video game status.
They're not even going to go into production until 2027. That's fucking 2 years.
Best case scenario.
Yeah. I will say
everyone wants their piece of the pie.
I will say these scouts look pretty cool though.
They do. It's funny because it is VDub put in.
Oh, they don't have any pictures here.
Couple billion. Because the reason why it looks, in my opinion, pretty good and kind of similar if you were to compare it to a Rivian is because Rivian is actually basically making them for VDub. So.
And that makes sense because they don't have like. Okay, so Rivians, they have like a very similar front end to this, like in the lighting style and stuff.
Oval.
But the Rivians are a little bit uglier. These seem a little bit more sleek. Does that make sense?
Yes, these ones are pretty sleek, pretty trimmed down, pretty kind of calm in a way. Like I would maybe still be able to pick it out of it driving by, but yeah, Rivians you could definitely tell, especially with their like almost
they stand out
oval design and everything like that.
Yeah, they stand out like a fucking Cybertruck.
Oh god, those things are marketing on wheels basically,
bro. And it's like terrible marketing. The Cybertruck looks terrible. It's so bad, and it's crazy because the same people that made the Cybertruck made the Tesla, which is gorgeous. In my opinion, the Tesla is gorgeous. I think it's an amazing looking car, especially the Tesla Roadster that has never released.
And that'll never release. Yeah.
And that thing is gorgeous, though. It looks like a fucking
that
Porsche.
Thing is fantastic. Yeah, that thing is. Oh man, don't even get me started. That thing's that's a dream see. Not even a drive, but just if I see one ever, like, oh my god, it's real.
I would get a Tesla though. I would get like a Tesla Model S or something. I would easy. If I had a house that I could have a charger at, I'd get a Tesla.
The biggest thing in terms of whether it be someone's shopping for an EV or potentially in a next EV for you, me, whoever, not kind of thing. It's kind of funny because with modern cars, your biggest things are: does it do what I need it to? Whether it be a truck, SUV, carry the kiddos, whatever, not minivan, all that stuff. Does it do what I need it to? Second, or kind of should be first, but still, it's right up there. Safety. How's the safety for this thing? All this other stuff. So it's the same thing with EVs. But I think a third one that needs to happen that people besides maybe us nerds will ask is how often. Okay, first of all, charging structure, but everything uses Tesla network now, so that's no big deal.
Mhm.
But the third one would be, how often does this thing get valuable updates?
Oh, that's a good
Because
point. You
granted,
know-
don't buy something on the promise that a company made and be like, all right, don't worry, my car's gonna be great once they release this patch. It's like, no, it should be great now and just get
Mhm.
better. But it's like, all right, how often? Because besides Hyundai, obviously Tesla with their full self-driving, all that stuff, Rivian gets them every now and again. But it'd be interesting to see like a
Update
chart.
schedule.
Yeah, how often
Mhm.
are these guys getting updates?
I think
Quarterly or what?
I think Tesla gets updates every month, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how, because I know they're full self-driving. They get them every so often.
Mhm.
But that's
But
also another thing
I also
is I don't
think,
want it to be a beta.
ooh, you know what's gonna be interesting is when we're all electric cars, we're gonna be getting like bug fixes, updates.
Yeah,
You
it
know what I
won't
mean?
be a mechanic thing.
Like our monthly Google updates right now, we're gonna get bug fixes and like they're gonna restructure UI slightly, and that's gonna be
Yeah,
interesting.
mechanics won't be
Oh
for
fuck, Google thinks I'm
parts.
talking
It'll
again.
be
Go away.
it'll
I'm not
be
talking to you.
software. It'll be software related.
Um, shit. I don't know. You know what's crazy too is like if I buy another engine powered car, it is going to be a Toyota. And that's what we just bought. I've always had really good success with Toyotas. But when you're going into
Oh yeah.
the EV space, it's like there's no brand loyalty.
Yeah, it's hard because everyone's now a diehard. I actually don't mind. It's hard too because of pricing.
I
If you
just
can't justify anything,
I
there's
just
top
have
three in my head right now, but
I have no brand loyalty because I've never had one. Whereas I have experience with I've had a Ford, we've had a Volkswagen, and we've had a Toyota. And Toyota's diehard. I ran that bitch on no oil. You know what I mean?
and that's why I feel like Toyota can get away with not having one right now.
So
Because as soon as they
exactly.
do, people just transfer over to that one, no
I
matter
just
what the
I just
competition's doing over.
in my head right now, I'm thinking, so I'm diehard Toyota. If they were to make a Toyota EV, would I be diehard Toyota EV? I don't think I
Well,
would.
minus the SUV that they have now, which is straight trash. But
Yeah, but like a Tesla competitor, not like
yeah,
their Prius or whatever. I don't think I would. And the reason for that is our Corolla is like the base model Corolla, and
Mhm.
it was still super expensive, but it doesn't have any of the cool shit like heated seats, heated mirrors.
Okay,
Would that carry over to the EV space? You know what I mean? Would they still give
yeah.
you the basic shit for a high dollar because it's Toyota? Like the reason I bought it is because I know it's going to be reliable and I know it's going to run. But when it comes to EV,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I can buy this Tesla will give me everything, or I can buy this Toyota which will give me half the shit. But you know what I mean? Like I don't have that
Mhm.
brand loyalty to Toyota when it comes to EVs.
I feel like the biggest thing for EVs will be because they still don't talk about it. Because I remember, it's obviously it's articles be articles. They're always going to pick the most extreme thing with these EVs. Like a little ding, like for a Rivian or whatever, not would be like you're almost totaling a car just because of the way the frame is. It's a one piece instead of being like a separate piece in a sense.
Oh, yeah.
So repairability. If someone can, jot down repairability, your charging network is fine now. I don't think everyone has access. That's fine. Repairability, range, updates.
That is
Those are the biggest three things I can think of.
I actually fully agree. That is one thing that's hard with EVs too, is they're not easily repairable right now. There's not very many certified repair shops. If I believe
Yeah,
most of them
they're
have to
pretty
be done
spread
through
out.
the dealer, don't they?
Yes, they have to be done usually first party. To my
I
understanding, I know you can send people to go get certified that Teslas or Rivians or whatever not, but it's typically done at a first party, not even a dealership. These are more just service centers at this point.
Because the first person that actually brought this to my attention, it was a few years ago when he started repairing Teslas. I'm sure you know who he is. His name's Rich Rebuilds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
He's done like vice versa shit.
yeah, so he started repairing Teslas like way long ago, and like nobody was repairing Teslas at that time because you couldn't. Tesla wouldn't work with you. And then like
Oh yeah, they would
once the
software lock the
Tesla's
shit out of you.
yeah, once it's fully fixed, didn't matter. You still can't charge at super stations. You still can't, So
Yeah.
that will be interesting. If we go to electric cars, do we just lose like a segment of jobs being mechanics?
Not only mechanics, but third party. Like companies
Well,
are
yeah,
gonna have
I guess that's what I
to.
meant. Like third party mechanics, like your small mom and pop mechanic shop down the road. Are we going to lose them now?
Oh, I was thinking third party third party parts, if that makes sense.
Oh,
Aftermarket.
like Bosch parts and like, oh, interesting.
Because you're gonna have the Tesla in a sense. Tesla is Apple of the car market, where this is our stuff. We want it to work best with our stuff. Whereas I don't know, is there a platform that is more in a sense open source ish?
Are
Whether it be Hyundai or someone else or
are there any Tesla aftermarket parts?
it's more for decoration, to my understanding, than
Yeah,
it
but
is
not like
performance.
not like uh
I could be wrong though.
not like uh not like a updated, well, their display is pretty fucking nice actually. I guess they have, okay, so there are some aftermarket control arms. Aftermarket. Hmm.
Because that
Very
wouldn't require, I don't think, a software thing to tweak
no,
that.
I don't think so. Do you think the car
'Cause
would know it's not using genuine parts though?
depending on what it is. Like
If
if you're,
there's some
I don't
sort
know
of
why you would
sensors
do
in it.
in a sense, a motor swap, even though, I would
Yeah.
assume you would use a Tesla one, but like that I could see an issue with. But if you're doing, it's most of this stuff is cosmetic in terms of body kits and this and that.
Yeah.
Because yeah, if you're doing anything with the wires, I guarantee it, software probably argues with that.
I understand why it's like a big deal to work on electric vehicles. It's a lot of power. But
Yeah, yeah,
I think I believe it's required too. All electric vehicles have a cutoff.
they should.
I believe they do. I believe they do. It's like a plug that separates the car.
Kill switch.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's, if I remember correctly, it's like this giant ass plug that you can pull out, and one
Okay.
side's the battery, one side's like, the. To the car.
Yeah.
So why is it such a big deal then? Just pull the
'Cause
kill
if
or
you can,
pull that fucking plug, and then let the guy change the motor. Like the fuck.
yeah, or swap the battery or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I don't even know if it has to be that's my, I'm kind of curious too if it has to be like a Tesla battery kind of thing or however it works or a specific one,
Oh,
and
dude,
you don't have options at that point.
damn, I don't think I'll be able to find it. But there's another YouTuber I watched. He repacked a battery, and I'm sure I won't be able to remember this because it's been a
I know
while.
Chris Fix has done that with Prius.
Uh,
If you've ever seen his stuff, that's a
I
Prius though, but still
I have not
not as
seen
software intense.
that one, but I'm sure it's similar. Well, this one wasn't very software intense either. It was a very old electric car that they
Oh, okay.
just didn't make batteries for anymore. But yeah, that process was intense though. Like breaking the cell apart, replacing the sheets in the middle. I was like, whew, that's scary.
Yeah, because I see it going both ways. With my question about how often does this get an update, I could see someone not wanting that because can you imagine if it was
Gets
somewhat
bricked.
drastic enough? Well, either bricked, not only that, but it's like you go into your car, you power it on, whatever not, and you come out and the UI is slightly changed, and you're like, God damn it, I don't want to keep having to relearn my car, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Or
That,
it's like your computer and it's like, please don't shut me off. And then it's like
yeah,
a
we're
really
rebooting.
long update, or like in a really slow internet area and it takes all fucking night to update or something.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I feel like there's definitely going to be some things that need to be considered when buying one versus
I think
our gas ones nowadays. So
I think really to make electric cars like be successful, we need to, well, okay, the charging infrastructure has been updated quite a bit. I believe there's actually adequate amount of charging spaces for the current amount of electric cars on the road. Am I wrong there? I might be wrong.
I would say yes, just because I'm gonna like pseudo counter it. Every house is a charging station.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, that's true. But like, let's say,
But
I,
highway
my,
ones?
yes, like in between your destinations, I do believe that they've upped it to an adequate amount, so if you were to be careful, you wouldn't run out of miles.
Because everyone went to the Tesla charger? Yes.
Yes.
If they still haven't, I'd say no.
But fuck. Yeah, I forgot where I was going with this.
Oh, to make them more pleasable, adaptable, whatever not.
Yeah, probably. It just I don't know. Oh, no, I know where I was going with this. I believe, okay, so the charging issue I believe has been solved. I think the big issue now is there's still a lot of area that does not have connectivity.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, 'cause you don't
network
wanna- yeah.
connectivity. And in those areas, how are you going to do a software update?
True. Ooh, that would be kind of, huh. Well, I guess you wouldn't want to do that at a charger. I was gonna say if you could do that at a charger, then you're there for 30 minutes, but the goal eventually is not to be there for 30 minutes.
You think that's his goal with Starlink? To eventually put Starlink on top of the Teslas, so they're just always connected?
Or in it.
Like build it
could.
into the roof of the Tesla?
That would be interesting. So much connectivity.
Yeah, you're just always connected.
Oh my God.
But that would
Well,
like alleviate the update issue. That would alleviate like all of that. You just
yeah, true. Because I
send
always
it.
forget. Yeah, the I guess the BFE scenario with
Oh, yeah.
any electric vehicle, honestly.
Yeah, Jensen, he has no internet at his house. Well, okay, no, that's a lie. He has Starlink, but other than that, no internet. Like you can't get your phone, you can't get nothing.
Damn.
Mhm.
Okay. That is the definition of BFE then. Okay.
It's really
That's
not
a
that
whole
far
new-
out there either.
Interesting. That was
Yeah.
a whole new. How far out until you start receiving stuff? I guess. Couple
So
miles?
it's about yeah, it's probably like 2-3 miles, like back into town. He's
okay.
only like maybe 5-6 miles outside of town though. Honestly, he's
That
like
is
right.
interesting.
He's like right on the edge.
On the
I'll show.
skirts.
I'll drop a pin on a map and I'll send it to your Discord and you'll know like kind of what I'm talking about.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it'll be EVs will be a learning curve for sure to kind of wrap that all up though. Let's see.
Yeah, we kind of dragged
we'll
that
get
out. My bad.
into- Oh, you're good, dog. It's a topic. Just talking it out. We'll go with Gemini and then we'll end it with GTA 6 just because I have a kind of a somewhat of a we'll see if it's a hot take or not, but
All right, Gemini.
available now for everyone. Google exclusive.
So
World premiere.
I've actually used Gemini quite a bit, and I think it's pretty cool. They've like added it to your Gmail box now. You can have it like summarize an email or all that
saw it in our
jazz.
doc.
Actually, I wanted to test that. Can it summarize
Yeah,
our
it's like-
doc?
That's what it says. It might try. I don't know if you can highlight and summarize. You could try that or summarize the whole thing. Because I'll probably use that for the reason why I have them dated and everything. Because at the end of the year, I'm kind of want that look back. What all
yeah.
happened? So
Oh, that'd be crazy if we actually do this all year.
1 year later.
Yeah, that'd be insane. But okay, so yeah, they just released Gemini 2.0. Perfect timing with DeepSeek coming out, Of course they're going to release something new. The new ChatGPT 3.0A mini, whatever the fuck.
all the letters of the A B
Yeah.
C D E F G. Yeah.
Of course
Next
they're going to
time,
release
won't
something
you
new.
AI with me. Yeah.
I don't have too much to say about this other than it's more powerful. That's about it. Are you going to see that power when asking a question? Probably not, because
No, because my question is going to be stupid easy.
Yep, exactly. If you're asking it even coding questions, most likely not, because your coding questions are most likely simple. I don't know exactly where it requires more power. Maybe it's when it's like summarizing like 2,000 emails or something. Maybe they're gonna eventually do like summarize my entire text messages, like all of them.
Summarize my life.
Yeah, maybe that'll be a feature. I don't. processing power. I'm not entirely sure what they need more for, because it seems to do just fine
More
with what it
equals
has.
better
Yeah, that's what they say.
until you justify it. Yeah. And
I
yet
think it's
we
cool.
still can't crop out a chain link fence. Thanks Google in our photos. Uh,
I think it's cool. I'm not sure the necessity behind it. I haven't tested it myself. There's at least 2.0. I haven't tested it myself. I have used Gemini quite a few times, but maybe I have. I don't know. I don't remember testing it today. So
trying to read to see if there's any improvement. Obviously, besides how many tokens you can use, obviously how
Mhm.
much it can search, all this other stuff.
yeah, but that all seems kind of like unnecessary. So
Well,
there's one really
yeah.
cool thing that Gemini and ChatGPT don't do that that DeepSeek does do. And I obviously can't do it because I don't have an account.
Into the
Ooh,
deep.
yeah, because you need to like set up an account for DeepSeek, and I didn't want to go through all that effort. But if you actually do a DeepSeek search, you can make it break down its thought process behind the information it's giving you, which is
Let me
actually
type
really
this
cool.
in. I thought I saw an article where it said, I didn't know if it was a 2.0 version, but
If
I thought
Gemini
it had
can
a
do that,
thing where, yeah, where it would, where it would, like show you it.
let's try it.
Gemini 2.0 Flash Thinking is an experimental model that's trained to generate the thinking process the model goes through as part of its response. I don't know if it
Flash
like shows it
thinking
per se, but
15 Pro. Uh, so let me see here. Yeah, I see. I just can't. I can't find a. I can't find an option for
oh wait, so this is 2 months ago on
being
an
able to.
OpenAI Reddit post. Reasoning model by Google, super impressive. OpenAI is very much behind. Access for free via studio.google. Uh, does this allow me to just type something in? Uh, uh, oh, I think. Oh, that's the AI Studio. Okay, that's how to build it. I
So,
think.
it really doesn't. I'm on Gemini 2.0 right now. It really doesn't do what what
What DeepSeek does?
yeah uh
Okay.
down.
Yeah, because it does a pretty good job explaining of what its solution and what its thinking is, but it doesn't like go through the whole process, is my understanding.
No, have
Still.
you seen it too? It's actually really cool. I'm trying to find a video.
What's going on? How China?
Oh my god, you're loud. Maybe a DeepSeek tutorial video?
DeepSeek trailer or something.
So, man, you can see it. This guy didn't turn it on, but you can see it. Oh, wait. He did turn it on right here. Okay, so he turns on this deep think right here. You can see it's lit up. And then this is it breaking down why it's giving him the answer it is.
Okay.
So this is its thoughts, DeepSeek's thoughts. And then it goes through all that, and then it gives you its answer. This is what generally only Gemini and ChatGPT would give you, is just the answer. It doesn't tell you how it got to that answer,
How it got
which
there.
I actually think is super fucking cool.
And it would be nice too if they give you, I guess, maybe the option. Some people might not care about that. Just like, just get to the point. But
yeah, exactly.
when some people actually want to use AI, I guess, to learn, then that is a dope feature then.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. But yeah, Gemini 2.0 should be cool. Maybe we'll see. Maybe they'll give us
they're
deep
creeping.
think.
Did you see the article where UW and Stanford research made an I think it's hard to claim when you've made an AI thing because at this point, I feel like it's making AI models instead of making the AI, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, yeah.
But they made basically, let's just say a model. I'm like dumbing this down a lot, but they made a model for like $50.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I'm thinking that we're just gonna get to the point where if something got so good at such an expensive price, then because of that speed that it took to get there, I think it just becomes faster to the point where, it just becomes cheaper.
Yeah.
In terms of the realm of tech, that's usually how it
50
works in terms
bucks,
of
dude. I wonder
in
how
terms of like
wonder
we
how
went
smart
from
that
what
AI is.
500 million or whatever it is to
I think it's
6
500
million.
million.
Yeah, to
50
50 bucks now. Like what the fuck?
That is wild. I would love to
Where'd
play
that
with that AI.
where'd that price tier go? Like what happened? What happened?
Yeah, we were talking about that tier with Nintendo earlier. Poof, they fell off. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
See ya.
Yeah. See you.
Oh man. All right. Yeah. If anything, AIs get crazy fast and it seems like crazy cheap, but we'll see.
Which is good, but
Yeah.
also can be bad. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, GTA 6.
All right.
You
GTA
start off.
6.
I'm going to fill my water, but I'll have my headset so I can hear everything you're saying.
All right. This is the most title, just clickable title I've ever seen because GTA 6, that'll get some clicks for sure. And then when you say confirms game will be unplayable for millions at launch and possibly beyond, people are probably like freaking out, like, oh my God, this shit's delayed. I can't wait another year. What the hell am I supposed to spend my shark cards on? But lo and behold, and not only that, it doesn't help when this person wrote the article saying it should be a crime. But I'm gonna probably go against what he's about to say here. And luckily he starts it off and you don't have to dig too deep, but it says millions of fans will not be playing GTA 6 at launch, and this isn't related to those who game on last gen consoles. It will likely be the talk of social media for many months once it comes out, many years after release. GTA 5 originally released in 2013, which holy shit, that has been a while. Good God. Let's see. Unfortunately, those who haven't upgraded to PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X are still playing on last gen systems, won't be able to play GTA 6. What about PC gamers? Surely those with capable PCs can look forward to the launch of the game too, right? Well, sadly not. Which, well, I feel like a lot of PC players kind of already knew that in terms of we're not. I don't think a GTA game has ever launched on a PC like day one.
Oh,
I
we're
could be
not
wrong about that.
priority.
Yeah, so we're not priority on that. And I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but the fact that GTA 6 is not on last gen consoles is a-okay with me.
Dude, it makes so much sense to me. How long has the PS5 and Xbox X been out? Like, if you
2020, they were a pain to get. So what? 2019, 2018.
What the hell do you expect?
2020.
Mm-mm.
So PS5 launched in 2020. Because this is the funny thing is people give Xbox a bunch of shit for not holding on to their cards, and by that I mean their games being exclusive and just open to anyone who wants to play them, kind of thing. And like, bro, you need some exclusives to sell some stuff. Well, guess what? GTA, in a sense, just became an exclusive for current gen consoles.
Yep.
Like
if you
you got to push it forward at some point.
Yeah, exactly. If you honestly thought GTA 6 was going to come to last gen consoles, you're fucking smoking weed. Oh man. That is like
I'm like, and I don't want them to dumb it down for that. If
a
that
game
makes sense.
that took like how long has this game been made for? Like 10 years or some shit? Like I'm probably exaggerating. I'm
GTA
sure
5 was 2013.
Yeah. I'm definitely
they go on that back and forth cycle too. They go GTA, then they go Red Dead.
So it's been in development for at least 6 years. We'll say that 6-7 years, probably
At
longer
least.
though. Honestly,
Yeah.
And they're gonna put it on last gen consoles when it's 2025. You
Thank
are
God they're not.
smoking weed. The one thing that is a little upsetting is the PC launch. I thought we were like at a time where, maybe we'd get it at the same time. Um, but it also makes sense. I don't think it's ever worked that way for a GTA game. We've never been priority. It's always been console is priority. I hope that changes one day. Not just for
I don't know
this
if they
game, but for
have
all
to.
games.
Yeah, I'm trying to say, for example, PC gamers have waited 19 months when GTA 5 first launched.
Mhm.
So 2013 September, and then PC was in 2015.
Yeah, which is fine.
Well, not just that too. That almost gives them a little breathing room in a sense for not only their server overload,
Bugs and kinks.
but bugs, kinks. GTA 5 was the first one online.
Was it?
So yeah, I
GTA
believe so.
4 didn't have an online. I think you're right. I think you're right, at least to the extent of 5. I do think 4 had an online, but not to the extent of 5.
Okay, because campaign came out, you bought the disc, whatever not,
Mhm.
you played it, and then I'd say a month later, online came out, and that was crashing and what because again the
Wild.
server overload and stuff, whatever not. And so now they have granted, every company at this point has decent practice under their belt, but they still fumble it every now and again. So I can see the servers being an issue, so they can that way they're not slammed at once in terms of kind of pulled in different directions. Like, oh
Mhm.
shit, we gotta fix this PC port. Oh shit, we gotta fix something's wrong with the PS5. Something's wrong
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
Xbox Series S. We can't even fucking load anything on that little machine.
Thing doesn't even
don't
want
know
to
how
boot.
I don't even know how the hell they got Baldur's Gate 3 to
Yeah.
fucking play on that thing.
They click GTA 6 and the bitch just starts crying.
Kill me. But yeah, so that way they don't get pulled in too many different directions, so they can focus on that at least, which hopefully then the PC launch is smoother. Obviously, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember with the PC one. I feel like Rockstar is at least decent about when they put it on something new. They try to add something new to it as well. I don't think that's when first person or something came to it, but I feel like they're usually decent about all right, we'll add something if it's a re-release of some sort. Sort of.
I don't remember, man. That one's a hard one for me. So I liked the old GTA games. I don't play any of the new ones.
I played 5 for the campaign and then some multiplayer.
Did you enjoy
I
it?
can't remember if it was by myself. Well, I'm not like an RP person, so that online is strictly RP at this point,
Yeah.
honestly. It was fine. Like there's one mode where or not even a mode. If someone kept killing you, which a lot of people obviously it's GTA, they're gonna do that. If they kept killing you, you'd become like invincible or something like that.
Oh,
But you could
that's
see
cool.
them on the map like all times. So you'd be like, all right, sweet, headhunter, let me go get this son of a bitch.
That's kind of
And
cool.
then the the lock on system for GTA was just stupid cheap. It would just you just hold the trigger and it would just instantly just
Oh,
as long
really?
as your dot was red, yeah, there was no free aim. As long as your dot was red, you'd be able to get the guy easily. But I've always loved racing on it, but I don't feel like I need to do that online.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't. Yeah, it's literally RP. It's just a big old stat. You could get if you wanted to. You could simulate anything, golf, anything on that online, play with others,
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
not. But
You can run
the
a drug
campaign was
cartel.
dope. I will say that campaign was dope. Rockstar's gonna milk the shit out of this game though. What do we got? 2013 was the last one, and it's been on 3 different consoles, and plus PC at this point. So the money alone is gonna be wild for this thing. Hell,
Oh,
even
yeah.
Battlefield, their whole lab thing, everything, because people are saying, rumor has it for the release date of Battlefield is anywhere all the way up until about April of 26, and even Battlefield's keeping an eye on GTA. Like, yeah, if we need to, we're just waiting to see
Push
when they
our
drop a
launch.
date because
Yeah.
we're pushing that shit because it's which makes sense because again with the same guy who ran Respawn, obviously he should be the one that's aware of how bad that can be for a game because
Oh,
unfortunately
God.
that's what happened to Titanfall or
Titanfall 2,
Titanfall
right?
1 or 2. Yeah, I think it was 2. Yeah, because Battlefield launched and then Titanfall launched and they're both owned by EA. And it's like, what are you guys doing? So
Yep.
he's clearly aware of what can happen. But goddamn, you don't do that with GTA. Like I said, Switch 2 is the only thing I can do it. Everything else, get the hell out of the way. You have to at
Yeah.
least give a month or so of breathing room for that thing.
Ideally more, but yeah.
Yeah, because you know for a fact it's going to be a holiday thing. Yeah, and they say it's still on schedule, so we got to take it for their word so far until we hear otherwise. But
Yeah,
sweet. I'm
I'm
glad that's
hyped
not
to
a hot
see.
take then.
No. I fully agree. I'm hyped to see because I like watching the RP. I have played GTA 5. I will not be getting GTA 6 though. It's just an
I won't
overwhelming
just
game.
because I don't have a console. So, and it's not to the point where like this forces me to like my patience level of like, oh god, I gotta go spend $500 on something. No, I'm
Yeah.
good.
It's just
I'm good.
overwhelming for me. So big.
Like, I'll see how the campaign goes, and once it's on Steam or whatever, not maybe pick it up and play it then. But again, that's rock. You know, they're still gonna get their $60 because I don't think they release at a different price when they release the
No, they
same
probably
game on
don't.
whether it be a different console. But yeah,
GTA does go on sale a lot though.
it does, and it makes sense. I think I saw an article they were at 200. I think GTA 5 hit 250 million.
Really?
Yeah,
That makes sense. That makes way sense. Like currently GTA 5 is oh shit. What? Oh, it's
I'm
30
curious when
bucks.
more gets shown off. I wonder
Didn't they have a trailer?
if they do have a trailer, and
Is this the
you know
OG
there's got to
trailer
be
then?
there's got to be a different hype window though for it. I think the only reason why they released this trailer though is because somebody leaked it. I believe.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm remembering this
Well, leaked
story
a
right,
bunch of
somebody
it.
yeah they like leaked it, and Rockstar was like, oh shit, we got to get on top of this because I
We
think
might as well show it. It's kind of like when they leak a Pokemon game or yeah.
yeah, because I think besides the Mr. Beast video per se, it was like the most watched thing within a 24-hour window.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's how much hype there was for it and whatever not. So it's like obviously that was that cycle of hype. They got to be doing something. I don't know if they do something in summertime though. I might be too far off. I don't know. You're not doing Game Awards because at that point it's already December. So, but they'll figure something out.
I don't
that
know.
Hype train rolling again. Because that'll be the first time too if we see it on the pod. If that article is right of something being $100 for the first time.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt.
Well, it's not gonna hurt us. We ain't buying it. So
Yeah, that's true. Imagine that sale though. It's originally $100 and now it's 70 on sale, and you're like, oof, oof.
that's hard because you have the whole word sale in there, but it's not a sale. It's normal at that point.
Yes, exactly. It looks fun. I get overwhelmed in these kind of games. I think we've talked about that before. There's just so much, dude. And then you got to do so much to get to the next step, and it's like, fuck.
In a weird way, I think that's why I loved 5 though, is because for me, it finally, at least I don't know if it was my age, whatever not, but to me, it finally had a somewhat of a storyline.
It
Just
did.
because even if it was 3 characters, I could follow it pretty well. Whereas, like you said, GTA like Liberty City, for an example, I remember playing that, teenage, whatever not, and I'd get to a point where like I couldn't maybe finish a mission or this, and that, and yeah, it would just be like an offshoot of like, all right, I'm gonna go drive around or I'm gonna do this, and that, and then the GTA 5 was the only one I've ever finished campaign wise. So
Yeah, I haven't finished any of them. I always just went around and beat people up and stole cars and ran from the cops. That was like my GTA experience. I did get to in GTA 5. I got to the point where, what's the redneck guy's name?
Trevor.
I got to the point where he was it him? I believe it was him. He was torturing some guy with like a car battery and
Oh yeah.
yeah, I got to that point in the game and I didn't stop because of that. I just haven't picked it back up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, there's so much shit to do in that game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It looks like a great game though. Maybe I'll play it, but I don't think I'll be getting it.
It'll be hard because I feel
I'll
like
definitely
if I
be
watch
watching it
videos
though.
on it. I was gonna say if I watch I don't know if you're like me. If I watch videos long enough on something though, it almost feels like I've played it and got the storyline, so I don't feel the need to then play it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, unless I'm like super 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 hyped on it. If I watch videos on
Yeah.
it, I generally like I don't need to know anything else about it. So I
Yeah.
don't need to buy it.
Yeah. So that'll
Like
be interesting.
like
But
a good example is I want Space Marines 2, but I watched Charlie play it all the way through. So I know it's
Mhm.
going to happen, but I still want the game because it still looks like you know what I mean? It looks like a great game.
Okay. Okay. See that. Yeah, because I can see some of those games you'd want that surprise factor a little bit because it's like,
Mhm.
reading that book or whatever. Not at least for me, because I,
There's some games that I
I,
won't watch because I want to play it.
yeah. Well, and for me, maybe besides Halo, randomly or whatever, not I don't really go back and play a game.
Uh like replay it again?
Yeah.
Huh. Have I done that? Halo. Oh yeah, you said besides Halo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm, I'm
'Cause
kind
those
of
are almost a little bite size.
doing it with Hogwarts Legacy,
Okay.
but like I mean, that's a fairly new game still, so
Yeah, and I guess we'll see how Warner, just on a side tangent there too. We'll see how Warner Brothers goes.
well, I guess it depends on what game it is. Like I've gone back and played like 7 Days to Die several times. And
Okay.
Raft, I've played that on 3 different occasions all the way through. So it probably depends on what kind of game it is. Cuz those are like
Yeah.
survival, you know, they elements of it
Oh
change
yeah,
constantly.
can be changed. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess my head instantly goes to single player.
Yeah. Static
So I'm like, I
games.
know what, yeah, I know what the story is. Like, I know what's gonna happen. I know this is and that.
Horizon
But
Zero Dawn. I think I played that twice.
interesting. Okay,
Nope,
that
I
was not
lied.
too long, but it's still long.
I lied. I played Zero Dawn and then the other one.
Oh, Forbidden West or whatever.
Yeah, Horizon Forbidden West. They're so similar, it might as well be the same game. Might as well.
All right, is that our patch notes of the week though?
I think that's all we got to go over this week. It was a cool week.
Sick. Dope, dope, dope. No, yeah, if anything, biggest takeaway there is that laptop. Yeah, if someone's looking for a laptop, Windows specifically, granted, I don't expect it to. I guess you could maybe try streaming or whatever not, but obviously don't. Have your expectations set in place. How about that? That
Yes.
that is dope though.
Yeah, that laptop's super cool. If you got an extra like $800 and you have a little bit of desire to learn how to put a computer together, it
If you
teaches
can
you
put
step
Legos
by
together,
step.
you can do that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cool. Well, thanks everybody for
But
tuning in. Appreciate it.
yes, thank you for stopping on by. Hopefully you have your fantastic week ahead of you and all that good stuff. And we will catch you back here every single Friday. So
Yeah.
subscribe, Dat Kyler, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, all that good stuff, everybody. And we'll catch you back here next week. Take it easy.
Yeah. Peace.